It's clobberin' time!
Atomic batteries to power. Turbines to speed.
Roger, ready to move out.
Come get some.
It's clobberin' time!
The word is given.
Clobberonimo!
Clobberonimo. Hey, my friends. Welcome. Welcome. Those who clobber. You clobberonimos out there, you clobberooskies, you clobberoids, you clobberians, you clobblerians, that is, clobbologists, to all who clob. And if you have not yet clobbed, I hope you do someday. As soon as you learn to burn the rocks together, guys. Clobberonimo! Yeah, my favorite sound of the week. Hello. Welcome to Clobberin Times, issue number 496 on YouTube, of course. 1,496 overall for the past 15 years here in the Baxter Building basement, which, of course, is secretly located on the Isle of Misfit Toys and solely owned and operated by Clobby, Supreme Commandant of the Kirby Commandos. Over both, I just rule with an iron fist. Well, a rock fist, anyway. Clobby's Clubhouse 133 with my most wonderful first officer, Commander R.M. Briggs, and the great Chief Engineer, Mark D. with a C.
Hello.
Hey. What's up, my dear
Good
friend?
to be back.
Good to have you both here. Good to see you all here tonight, everyone. We're gonna have a lot of fun tonight. We're gonna have of course we skipped Lake 7 last week, so tonight we have the season 2 finale, the Star 1. Incidentally, I want to say that sorry everybody for the some have mentioned the commercials that they have for before these shows. I have no control over that. They pop up when I watch videos and stuff too, and so sorry about that, Tex. Shout out to Tex. Tex mentioned it. Sorry, man. Nobody likes them. Yeah. So I want to first get started by having our as is traditional, have my first officer take the floor for her opening words, if you would. Number 1.
Thank you so much, Captain. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Mark. Good evening,
Good evening,
chat.
good evening.
Hey.
It's the clubhouse on Thursdays. You know what that means, right? That means a little Blake 7. That means a little Kolchak. It means some Star Trek Unlimited. It means Clobby dropping the knowledge on comics. We're in for a great evening, folks. And you all know it. You know it. Guess what? The book is in production.
Yeah.
I just have to do some graphic arts for it, but it's fully in the process of publishing. So I just want to thank everyone who backed the book. I committed myself to writing a book in a single year. I got it done. I sent it to my editor. It took a couple of months to hear back from him, but here we are, folks. It's done. It's dusted. We're ready. I'm about ready to order a proof. So super exciting. So I just want to thank the amazing human beings who backed this book and made this book happen. Larry, Tony Stark, Sean Carter, Penny Lane, Shoota, Gwagnar, Dave, Chris Persia, Scuba and Leslie Pete, Eric Kane, his trusty dusty dog Kirby, Enigmatic Drop Bear, the erudite bear, Michael and Cassandra Beacon, Mark D with a C, Anti-Derivative Jill, Maximum Redstone, JT Cook, he is Kirok, legally, Dadman Clan, Lord and Lady Thoth, and of course, Little Lance, our very own Porthos. Don't forget to chuck some cheese in the chat. Thank you, Rob Altus. Thank you, Tyler, Jeff Wyatt, Rod Thunderheart, Mazareth, West Kegel. You guys made this book happen. Thank you for believing in me. Thank you for being my corporation. Thank you for being my publishers. Thank you for being my readership. And thank you for the amazing reviews you've been leaving for these stories, because it sure is helping other people to understand what's going on in these stories. And it's helping people to reach out and say, hey, you know what? I want to read some classic episodic science fiction. So thank you for that. I especially want to thank Scuba Pete, JT Kirk, and Michael Beacom for the incredible reviews they have been leaving, along with many other folks from this community. On Amazon and Barnes and Noble and other places. Wow, you know, you guys are just all so wonderful. Thank you for the incredible reviews. I also want to just do some special shout outs because, you know, I love Clobby. This is his virtual comic book shop. And there are some special people who are always going out of their way to promote Clobby's channel. And that means a lot to me because I love Clobby in real life. So I just want to thank Lord Thoth, Larry, Eric K., Chris Persia, the great Chris Persia, Gwagnar, Wes Kegel, and Lisa for going out of their way to share Clobby's channel and invite people here to just say, come on over. Yeah. You're going to have a great time over at Clobby's.
Thank you so much.
Just even mentioning Chris Persia's name, I just want you all to know that I'm thinking about Chris Persia's dad. He's getting a little bit older and he has been struggling with high blood pressure. And, you know, I really love Chris. I've known Chris for a few years now. Well, of course, it's just a handle. We've never met in real life, but you spend 4 to 8 hours a week every week for 3 or 4 years with someone, and you truly begin to care about them like the people in your real life. So I want to send out some prayers, some love, some good feelings for Chris Persia Sr. And I want to send and extend that same love to Enigmatic Drop Bear, who has been battling the big C and had a catastrophic loss in his family. It's just scary times, and your love works. So if you could reach out and just offer whatever support you can publicly or privately, that would be really incredible. As well as our buddy Philip Story. Imagine having a son-in-law like him, where just one day he came into the chat, you know, he's a regular here. And one day he came into the chat and he just said, you know, my mother-in-law, she's been having some health problems. We had to take her to the hospital. Imagine having a son-in-law who loves you and cares about you like that. It's a pretty damn good son-in-law, isn't it? So I just want to send my love out to Philip Story and his family. And, you know, moms like me, we love to have sons like you, Philip. So thank you for loving your mother-in-law like she's your own mother. You are just absolutely terrific. And I hope everybody just envelops you in all of their love, their prayers, and their support. And I think that about does it for me. I just want to say how excited I am to be here. And thank you all so much for joining us. I want to give a wave to Mark D with a C, our good buddy who has created a whole bunch of visuals tonight to help enhance the broadcast. And of course, I just want to reach out, grab Clobby by both sides of his face, and I just want to smooch his entire face because I love him. He's not just my captain. He's one of the best friends I've ever had. And with that, I'm going to shut up. Let's get on with the show. On with the show. This is it, right? Let's do it.
You just want to try to make Orange Rocks blush. Is what you...
That is correct. That is correct.
Which they don't. They don't, by the way. But I love you. Thank you so much. Hey, my dear friends. Well, again, Mark D, anything to open up with before we get started?
Well,
before I get started on the show notes
sure.
and shout outs?
Yeah, well, real quick. No, it's great to be back. My son graduated, so that's why we had to cut short the Star One. So thank you for all those congratulations last week. So
Eric,
got a kick out of that. Yep. So thank you, everyone. Yeah, it was a great weekend. Had a lot of fun, and not going to have to pay for your kids going through college anymore. Do you think I can spend more money on comic books and toys? No, that's got to go into
Your
more
wife
legitimate
must be
stuff.
terrified. Your
Yeah,
wife
no.
must be
She's in
terrified.
charge. She's in charge. But
Oh
I did get
boy.
something tonight.
Oh boy.
Gift card that I got I did some volunteer work, and someone gave me an Amazon gift card. So I did use it for something not practical. But I'll show that at the end of the show. But yeah,
Cool.
I didn't use anything practical for that. But no, it's great to be here. And of course, I also want to say too, oh hail Ravenscroft. We've got some new membership levels at Clobbering Times channel, so make sure you check out the new membership levels. Clobbering Times going to bang my head together for mentioning that. But
Never heard of them.
Never heard of them, but there are
No.
some new membership levels. So if you can't avail yourself of them, no requirement to. No, I'm throwing the ask out there, and he's gonna well, he's not gonna shin kick me because he's the thing.
I can't reach him.
He can't reach me, but
I'm the thing. I don't shin kick anybody. I lay a haymaker on him.
Yeah, haymaker. Yeah, that's clobbering time. But if you want to avail yourself of those new perks, they're in the membership link there. You can always upgrade. And then again, if you're just here watching and hanging out, that's awesome too. And a lot of times are tough for a lot of people, and or you just so hey, whatever you can do. If you can't do anything, that's awesome. But if you can avail yourself of taking advantage of those new perks, just check it out and see what you can do.
Wow.
But helps keep the lights on here. And I'm in trouble now, but that's
you are in trouble.
I'm in trouble. Yep.
To the agony booth. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate that. Very kind of you.
You're welcome.
I guess it is time for some show noties and some shout outies. Shall we? All right. Show notes. Show notes tomorrow night on that great J-Man's channel. J-Man, Sean and myself, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Continue our ongoing review of Jack King Kirby's legendary seminal run on the world's greatest comic magazine, The Fantastic Four. Issues number 1 through 102 and annuals 1 through 6. 4 issues each week, obviously, and we're going to be a bit. So let's see here. Also, hanging out with the great. My great buddy, 32 Flavors of Dick Weiser's channel on Friday Night Comic Shop Talk, 8:30 Central Standard Time. With the Comic Shop Talk boys, with our buddy D. Bud Martin join us. The great D. Bud Martin's going to be joining us for review. 4 more issues reviewed of The Amazing Spider-Man, the Ditko run. I think it's 49 through 52, I believe. I hope they got that right. Looking forward to that. And then 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Saturday night Star Trek. It is the season finale of Star Trek Voyager, season 6. Season 6. 6 sucks. 6 sucks. Sucks. 6, not sucks. Stop it. To the remaining 2 episodes of that scintillating season. And then, of course, Sunday night, it's back in all its glory. In your Weekend Geek on the great Mike D with his C's Sunday Night Geekery, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And you might even get hungry because he'll try to make you hungry with some Sunday Night Eatery. Just pay him. Don't pay any attention to that boy trying to make you hungry. And then, of course, I'll be back on Monday night with our Legion of Superheroes reviews on J-Man's channel, 7 Eastern for that with J-Man and Sean and myself, and then the rest of the shows throughout the course of the week. Now, let's do some shout-outs, and we'll get down to beeswax, shall we? Of course, the Eric K., the Bronze Wrencher, whether they're here or not, they get the shout-out. Our good buddy Eric. Always love seeing you. Chris Persia, the Vindicator Wrencher, the Great White North. My friend, I hope your father is doing well, everything Raquel said and more. Shout out to you and your father and best wishes, buddy. Thank you for all you do. Thank you just doesn't even cover it, man. And again, the aforementioned great Devon Martin, the Wrench of Iron. Lord Thoth, God of the Wrenches. Avon lives, long live the Legion, my friend. The aforementioned great J-Man, partner in crime on Earth B, fantastic Legionnaire extraordinaire. Our own music master, Maximum Redstone, Blake 7 fan beyond compare. Well, except for me, of course. Just kidding. He's even better than me, I promise. Phantom Outsider, the Rascally Wrench, Triple Bullwinkle Winch, Larry. Always good to see you there. Mighty Steady and Khalil. You didn't defeat Shmionia. No, he's the Rich earlier. He's a member of Super Rich. Got it mixed up. So let me see who is here with us in the chat. We're going to shout everybody out, and then we'll get on to it, as they say. We'll move on with luck to star one. So let's see. Here we go. Larry is in there. They mentioned Great Wrench. Let's see. FKH. Tim. Hey, what's up, buddy? Good to see you. Penny. Oh my goodness, Penny's here. Hey,
Evening, Penny.
Let's see. Ravenscroft. And by the way, Ravenscroft did say something earlier.
What?
Clubbin Raquel, that was very kind of you to leave birthday greetings for Doomcock last night. See, I didn't get to see it, so he did hear them then. Good. I didn't know that, so thank you for confirming that, because I was not able to watch, unfortunately. So I hope he got it, and he got ours. Apparently, he got him, number one.
Oh, good.
And I did one, but it was too late, so last minute mark. So hopefully they're gonna have it. They're gonna have them separately, but hopefully I got to send him a note with the message. But
sorry about that.
Yeah, it's just me. It was away. Yeah,
we had a ton of them, and he was touched by them all. So big shout out, belated, heartfelt birthday wishes to our great friend Lord Doomcock, the future ruler of Earth. We love you, partner. And then Mars Monkey Max is here, and I want to say before I go back to the shout outs, I want to thank him for this. This was a very nice thing he wrote. He said, I just want to tell everyone I was telling my mother about the great group of friends I have on YouTube and how much fun I have with you all. Well, that's very kind of you.
Well, I'm happy that you're having a good time. It's great to know you, and we love having you here.
Shout out to your wonderful mother there, and thank you for being here, MMM. Yeah. Let's see. Me and my monkey. What's up?
Me and my monkey.
Adrian James, my friend. All right. The great 1701 Tex. Good to see you there. Good to see you, bro. Always so happy to see you here, man. Captain Notfinity and Beyond. Let's see. David Rayborn, what's up, cuz?
Dave walked in the room, your cousin, said that he loved us, and then said that this was a wonderful place.
Well, love back at you, brother. That's my cuz.
Yeah, I just want to send a huge hug to your cousin and just thank him for being here and for just, what a sweetheart of a human being. Thank you for tuning in, David.
Yeah, buddy. Good to see you, man. Hope you're doing great. Hope the family's doing great over there. Don't live that far.
Finally saw a picture of Clobby's mom.
Oh, you did? Yeah.
She's beautiful.
She's not.
She's not made out of orange rocks either.
No, she's gorgeous. She's actually she's genuinely good looking, not just like, girls on the internet are like, oh, she's so pretty, she's gorgeous. No, and they don't even mean it.
It's so awkward to hear, by the way.
His mom is actually pretty, and she is the most delicate, teeny tiny, small thing ever.
Only standing next to me.
She is gigantic. He looks like it's like something out of a movie. It's like King Kong and like a little tiny.
More disturbing.
Anyway,
what the hell's wrong with you?
Could someone please flip that?
Oh,
it's just true. It's like Clobby is King Kong. He's like, he's massive man, and then
it's a good thing I already had a complex.
His mom. Anyway.
It's a good thing I already had a complex, or I got one from that.
Why are you so tall? Who is it?
I'm not tall.
Yes, you look like Shaquille O'Neal next to your little teeny tiny mom.
83. Of course, she's tiny. She's 83.
She's
anyway. I don't know where I don't think I can live after that one. Wow.
Yeah, you can.
Do I have to?
You look
do
handsome
have to.
in the picture, but you
are
a very tall, very you're an imposing figure.
Not at all. I'm tiny. So, continuing shout outs if I have that ability anymore. I'm not sure
you don't.
Do it. Okay. I don't think I can do any more of these. But seriously, thank you, and I love you. That was just my mom's 83, folks. I don't know what she's talking about. And I love her. And fortunately, she's not listening to this, so it doesn't matter really. and she couldn't know how to listen to this. So she couldn't if she wanted to, unless somebody turned it on.
If she wanted to.
Yeah.
You'd probably get in big trouble if she listened to this.
No, yeah. No, she wouldn't, because it's me talking. She wouldn't listen anyway.
Well,
Okay, Sentai Ranger Power, Donnie.
Don Power Ranger.
Donnie. Let's see. I'm trying to get to everybody. Let's see here. Let's see. A lot of the people are saying stuff over and over again, so it makes it. I got to scroll.
Scrolling.
Scrolling. Scrolling or scrolling? You know, concerning the episode tonight.
Professor R2, what is up, sir?
Hey!
West Cagle. Greatest Voyager fan of all time.
He's going to rover you. You're going to wake up on a beach in a village.
Yeah, there we go. So there we go. I think I'm caught up with the chat. Oh man, I love it. This is not. Thank you so much all for being here with us tonight. If you're a Blake 7 fan, and look, we have a few. It isn't like a Saturday Night Star Trek where it's rush. Everyone's there to hear us talk about Trek, especially West because he loves Voyager so much. But a lot of people just don't really watch as Blake 7 like they do Star Trek. But that's probably good. It's safer because of that. I'm just saying. It's safer from filth-infested remakes. Just saying. Yeah.
True.
Well, they'll never do a remake of Blake 7. There's no money in it.
No. And let's keep it that way.
Well, I'd like
So,
to keep it that way, yeah.
In other words, I don't want anyone watching Blake 7 unless you've cleared it with me first.
All good things must come to an end. All good things, even our own lives.
Bad things never do, but good things do.
That's why we should treasure these things and allow these things to have an ending and to just allow them to exist and to breathe and to be able to revisit them and to enjoy them. Like our lives, no matter what you think is going to happen after you pass away, no matter what you believe, what the time we have here right now is very precious. And so everything must end. And the fact that the corporations think that they'll be able to keep this stuff going forever and just ruin it, it's disappointing.
All good things and all bad things just are usually things that were good that turned to bad and then last forever. I don't even know what that means, but I'm pretty sure I just said it.
Yeah.
R2 says, this is the first time I've seen Blake 7. I've enjoyed it. Oh, cool. Oh, excellent.
Good. Yay.
Excellent. Avon is not dead. Hey, Avon lives. Avon lives is a saying around here. Up and yo around here.
Yes.
So
he ducked.
Let us get when we're gonna. By the way, we're gonna take extra time on this one because it's the season finale, and I'll show a little. Hey, Sean Carter of Mars.
Sean Carter from Mars.
I shall show some. I'll update my rankings. Show you. But
I got to finish my spreadsheet as we're doing that. Yep.
Anyone who wants to start working on their review of Star 1, we'll get them posted. About halfway through, start trying to post them if you want. So are we ready? Are we ready?
Well, let me get the slideshow up.
Thank you.
Yep. Let me where am I? Let's see.
Well, let me introduce.
I know where I am, but yeah.
Okay, everybody. This is going to be the Blake 7 segment, and this is Star 1. This is season 2, episode 13. It first aired on April 3rd, 1979. And Chris Boucher, or Boucher, however you want to say it, is back. And right now, Claudia is going to give us one of his amazing summaries. We're going to revisit the episode through his eyes. So let's do it.
Thank you. Welcome, Anonymous Gamer. So why is it ticker at 24/7? What does that mean?
Oh, you've got 24 seconds. No, I'm just when I do my watch party, I put the
okay.
timer on. Yeah. For people, if they're following along, they can. Yeah. Yep. There we go.
Dun, dun, dun,
womp, 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 womp. Okay, doke. Star 1 season finale of season 2 rather, episode 26. Only 26 more episodes to go now. My goodness. This is are we ready? Okay.
We're ready.
Little recap for those, of course, earlier in the season in the episode Pressure Point. It was the basic this basic storyline started where it was decided that Blake had gotten it into his head to go after Federation Computer Control, the computer complex that controls everything in the Federation. And it was, of course, a red herring. They went to Earth to find it and did not. It would turn out to be a trap from Serverland and Travis. They got out, but sadly, our beloved Olag Gan did not. Rest in peace, Gan. We love you. We love Gan, man. So we lost on that one. We lost big time. This show's all about loss sometimes. And anyway, from then, of course, there have been many episodes. There have been a number of episodes where they were in search of information about Star One. Well, before they knew it was called Star One. Then in an episode called Countdown, looking for a Major Provine, of course, Space Major Provine, but maybe we just called Major Provine. It wasn't a space major, he was on a planet. But anyway, that's not here to there. And finding him, he gave them a lead that a cyber surgeon named Dockley would have the information. He even told them it's called Star One now. But that's all he knew. And as the episodes carried on, we eventually find out in the episode Gambit that once they track down Dockley tells them a man named Lurgan, another cyber surgeon, knew that it was the only one he knew that still had his memory intact, that knew where Star One was. And so the next episode after that, which was the episode before this one, The Keeper, they went to the planet Goth. They talked to the tribesmen there, and they found out that Lurgan had actually operated on and healed the king, the former king of the tribe, and in other words, he left the information, although he was no more. He was deceased, but they found out the coordinates basically. We also know that Travis also found out. And anyway, that's basically where with the Keeper, the previous episode. Now on to Star One. And this episode opens up. It's very difficult for me to talk about the episode without wanting to act out whole scenes and think of whole scenes and quote. I've watched it so many times. The opening confrontation at the beginning of the episode, after, of course, the intro where we see a major accident caused by malfunctioning Star One computer control on another planet. A spaceship accident that basically destroyed almost the whole planet, basically. And Serverland doesn't know what's going on. She's trying to find out what it is. But we find out on the Liberator that they are far, far out, almost to the edge of space. And before you ding them for that and say, wait a minute, that's a little quick to get out that far. It seemed like they're reducing. Yeah, but whatever. They used to do it on Trek, remember? So whatever, it's fine.
Isn't the Liberator the fastest ship in the galaxy?
Oh, yeah, it's fast.
Yeah.
It's fast. It's the fastest. But that's not the here to there. Basically, they go out into this very barren sector of space. So much so that it's out in they're worried. Callie says it's out. That's out. It's in infinity. That's as close we'll get to infinity before we die. If anything happens to us out there, we'll have a prayer. So eventually they find a star. Cut to the chase. They know where they're going. There's a confrontation between Avon and Blake that is one of my favorite. Oh, excuse me. Hang on a second here. I'm gonna have to clear up. Sorry. One of my favorite confrontations in all of Blake 7 takes place in this episode. There it is right there. You got it. Why are you listening to this drivel, Blake? We could take Star One. Let's get on with it. Very Sterling, why did you become a believer? Are you going to sit there? You've led them by the nose before. I'm not going to do it. It's very difficult to resist, but I'm not going to do it. Michael Bickham, what's up? What's up,
Michael,
dude?
Cassandra, Sean, hello.
Hey, what's up, buddy?
Hello.
So, as far as I'm concerned, you can destroy whatever you like. You can set up 100 revolutions. You can wade in blood up to your armpits. It's a habit. So Avon wants the Liberator. He's basically making a deal with Blake that once they've dealt with Star One, he'll take him back to Earth to take over, and he gets the Liberator. Avon's plotted for that for a while now. But the others not too sanguine about it. But Blake, being the master manipulator, goes, "Sure, okay, it's a deal." Assuming the others go along with it. Yeah, I mean, I love that.
Yeah.
Don't underestimate the greatness of the character of Blake, because Avon is so great that he cannot shine without Blake to bounce off of it. So it's brilliant. One is a master manipulator. The one and the other is absolute genius that doesn't think he needs anybody or doesn't want to need anybody, but understands that's not reality. But he doesn't like it. He may know he needs people. Avon know he needs people, but he doesn't like it. And Blake likes, he wants what he wants. He's a good man, but he's a manipulator and a fanatic. I love when Callie asks him, "Are we fanatics?" He says, "Does it matter?" And very many people will die without Star One. I know.
Right.
But he says, "Don't you understand?" I love the speech. "Don't you understand, Callie? If we just give up now, everything we've done has been senseless killing and destruction without purpose, without reason. We have to win." And that was so true. Winning is the only safety, as Avon says in the later episode. Problem is, Blake followed it up with, "It's the only way I can be sure that I was right. That you were right." Wow. Even Callie gets all over him. "You were right." So there's a lot of great conversation going on there, a lot of brilliant acting. I even like this guy, I like Durkin, because he's just kind of this Federation bureaucrat that, it's tough to work for Serverland. Would you want to work for that poisonous snake? Even though she looks so good.
Unless you're her boy toy. I mean, she seems to treat her boy toys fine, but the boy toys are under her spell. So.
Indeed, and he is not her boy toy, so he's
not.
No.
He's too old and too obstinate, and
yes,
and she doesn't go for that. She likes them tender.
Yes,
she likes her steak tender and rare.
She likes the young stud boys, and just what she has. As Travis referred to them once, "I'm a field officer, not one of your decorative understaffmen."
Yeah.
So basically, he's briefing her. I love this. I love Lorena. This is, of course, talking to Durkin about these are the people that are on Star One. They've elected to spend the rest of their lives there, and he once had feelings for her. Max. Damn it, Max.
Maximum redstone.
So anyway, yes, she's informing them that there was a crew of people that have agreed and they've to stay the rest of their lives on Star One, fine-tuning the equipment and keeping it in the maintenance and all that stuff.
How's the internet there?
Well, it is Star One. It would be everything's controls everything.
Good, though, right?
Probably they have the best Wi-Fi all the place. So,
okay, I could stay there.
Yeah, you'd be all right there. I mean, they can watch. Right, they get all the latest TV shows there. They get to sit there, Yeah. And they don't have to worry
about. Would Mark be a boy toy, or would Mark become an obstinate objector?
I don't know, because remember, nobody, even Serverland, doesn't know where Star One is. And they get, they're controlling everything, so they're free of the Federation, really.
She'd have to pry it out of me. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how far she'd get.
You'd be so upset about that, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Hey guys, what was Star One called again when it actually had a physical place? I forget. Before they decided to put it in hiding, what did they call?
They were just calling it Federation Computer Control, really.
Computer Control.
They didn't have a name per se, just computer. Yeah, Federation Control. Tetrarch-apathy. Hey there.
So apathetic.
So yeah, they didn't really have much of a name until Provine told them it was called Star One. So they go to Star. Now only apparently for some reason only the aliens, Blake's crew, and Travis, know where Star One is. The Federation does not know where it is, and so Blake, Avon, and Callie they teleport down, and I love the scene where they're about to go down there, and Jenna stops. Avon says, "Avon, watch yourself." I get the feeling, I get Blake's rushing things. I get the feeling he's not giving himself a chance to think. Blake is an idealist, Jenna. He cannot afford to think.
Yeah, it's a pretty damn
another great line. Yep.
Yeah, it's that's an indictment, to be sure.
I love it. I just thought Blake was the best.
Oh,
Yeah,
Larry said that my mic sounds funny. Does it sound funny? Hold on for 2 eggs of a puppy's tail. I'll put it on mute and move it.
Okay, doke.
I thought it sounded okay, but
I mean, I could hear you. I mean,
yeah.
but I'm
Maybe
not
a
listening.
little-
They're listening through the they would know better than us.
Okay, how about now? Can you hear me?
You sound great to me. How about now, Larry? Oh yeah, I think it's better. What do you think? Hey, Larry, Keely Chow, Roll Tide, Larry, and anyone else? How does Raquel sound now?
Larry is a man so nice you should say his name twice, perhaps thrice. That's my choice. Larry.
Yeah, I said echo much better.
Good.
Well, thank you, Larry. Appreciate that, brother. So, yeah, baby, they go down to the planet, and we of course, before they go down to the planet, we go to the planet first and find out that the workers down there, all except the little lady by the name of Lorena, which is kind of weird. She's the only chick. Never mind. We won't even go there.
Yeah, don't go there.
So she's the only lady. All the dudes are no longer human. They are basically Kelvins from the Andromeda Galaxy. They're not really, but as a fan of the episode of Star Trek called By Any Other Name, for years and years and years, I spent years back in the 90s coming up with a plot of how you could get this story out of that.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Blake 7 is 1,000 years.
Great crossover, yeah.
But you really have, to be fair, you kind of have to use different dimensions.
And cute aliens in both of those shows.
Yeah. So anyway, the Kelvins, they're not really Kelvins, but they are from the Andromeda Galaxy, are able to assume our form. Look, I love the episode, but Chris, of course, was a Star Trek fan, I guess. And he probably said, I'll rip this from Star Trek. No one will know. Oops. Doesn't fair because Star Trek ripped his ass off later. I'll get to that. I mean, TG ripped his ass off later. I'll get to that. So, Lorena's running around hiding from these aliens and who are taking over Star One, while Blake, Avon, and Kelly go to get into the complex, and there's a noise goes off. So Avon goes to investigate it, while then Kelly and Blake get captured. And of course, I love Kelly uses her telepathy to warn Avon, so he gets away, which is pretty cool. And he hides out. And he tries to get them to tell the Liberator to teleport them up, but of course, it must be shielded inside. So Blake and Callie are taken prisoner, but of course, Avon is way too cool for that, and he is not. They're out here. They're trying to kill me. They have a novel approach to the job. Sorry, ahead of myself. So we find out that that these aliens think, these aliens were expecting someone. So Blake plays along. Blake and Callie play along and go with them. And Blake plays it pretty cool. So whoever's in charge, I'm sure they want to see us. So they get taken away. Whereas Avon says, is reported from the Liberator that another ship is about to land. Jenna does not recognize its type. So Avon hides and waits for it to land, and a hooded figure walks up to the door. Avon stops him and says, hold it, touch that, and I'll drop you where you stand. And guess who it is? I bet you can't guess. I bet you can't guess. I bet you can't guess who it is.
Never guess.
He takes his hood off, and he shows him, well, Travis.
Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Fancy meeting you here. Put the gun down, Avon. It's too late to stop it now. Convince me. Be polite, and I may let you live. Be informative, and I may let you die. You'll want that if I've shot off an arm or a leg or two. I thought you were supposed to be the one with brains. Brains, but no heart. Now talk or scream, Travis. The choice is yours. Top notch. One of the great Avon scenes of all time.
Yeah. I expected him to go into the pain routine, but Raquel wouldn't get that because she didn't finish a certain movie.
Oh my God, are you obsessed?
Yes, I am.
He's trying to get me to watch
to
it.
the pain, yeah.
Tex, StreamYard introduced a noise canceling, like a background noise canceller. And they added that to the audio features. And so I've just disabled it. How does it sound now?
I think you sound pretty good. What anyone else? What do you think of the sound there, everybody?
Yeah, StreamYard changed the audio settings, and I just went in and shut off the new features.
They also have a touch up your appearance, but it never seemed to help me.
Much better, says Larry. Like I said, we're obviously I'm hearing you through a headset, and it's your Mark is too, so it's different for us. But yeah,
much better. Yeah. Okay. So Larry, that would definitely be some commentary on the new StreamYard features. Looks like they suck.
Smooth as silk, says Ravenscroft. Thank you.
Oh, good. Thanks, Ravenscroft.
Yeah. I'm always worried about how crappy I sound on this thing, but I have a okay mic, but I'm sure it doesn't sound to some people's as well as some people's does. So let's see here. Back to the ship. Villa and Jenna are discovering. They've discovered this big. Well, they discovered it earlier in the episode. I just forgot to mention it because I'm a dumbass. There's a big antimatter minefield that is out there on the edge, basically blocking anyone from either getting out or maybe someone from coming in. We don't know, but eventually they spot a bunch of objects coming in, and I love that scene where, oh, surely Villa says, that's a storm of meteors, a storm of big meteors. Storm of very big meteors.
That's no moon.
And they're stopping, and they're slowing down. I love it because Jenna. Let's run for it.
Yeah.
DJ Play Nice, welcome, my friend.
Hey, DJ.
Rock.
So they start to realize that some ships are on the way, baby. And after Auroch had just got through assuring them that's just the thing that's there for precaution. The antimatter minefield is there just as a precaution. Seems not. Seems there's some ships on the way, 600 or more. So,
good night, Tex.
Good night, Tex. Be seeing you, brother.
Take care.
Always a pleasure to have you here, my DJ. Nice. Thank you for being here, and always great to see you, Tex, buddy. So, while that's going on, Avon gets into the complex. Forces Travis at gunpoint to break him into the complex. He gets in there, but then Lorena accidentally comes out and surprises Avon, allowing Travis to escape, much to Avon's chagrin. And she shows Avon her hanging compatriots, and she says they're trying to kill me. Like he says, you have a novel approach to the job. She says, no, you don't understand. In here they're dead, but out there they're out alive, walking about. Goes, yeah, whatever. But then one does come in there and tries to kill her, and Avon blasts him, and he starts turning into this blobby thing. And it's one of my all-time favorite lines, which he says, "What are they?" He goes, "Unfriendly," which is fortunate, really. They'd be difficult to love.
That's my favorite line of the entire
I was laughing.
episode.
I was laughing.
That is the best line of all of them.
It's the best line. It might actually be the best line in all of Blake 7.
It's in the top. Absolutely the top.
Yeah, because it's transferable to life.
Yes, it's fantastic.
Right, Clobby? Like Mark, yeah. Clobby, you guys know what I'm talking about. Have you ever been in one of those situations where you're like, you're making this so much easier?
A Starfleet officer wouldn't get away with it, but Avon's no Starfleet officer.
Yeah. That one will be clipped.
I love it.
I'm doing one right now.
Oh, it's one of my favorites.
We could keep use it over and over too. We could use that towards Neelix, right?
Yes, unfriendly, which is fortunate, really. They'd be difficult to love. He's just no one. It's a good line anyway. No one could have ever done it better than the great Paul Darrow.
All right, I'm clipping it now. I'm just skipping to that one. Yep.
I love it. So we find out that Blake and Callie are brought to the aliens, the Kelvins, as I like to call them for the front version, and they were waiting to meet Travis, so they said, "You're Travis." So Blake plays along. Yes, I'm Travis. Basically, what happened to your eye patch and all this other kind of stuff. But Blake does a good job of faking it and just There was a pretty good Blake got a few good lines too when he said, "Who is this woman?" Meaning Callie. She is my mother. And so, Blake gets a good little zinger in there now, not Avon level, but he gets some good ones. And basically, he pretends to be Travis, realizing, well, it makes sense. Who else would be meeting these aliens? Mm-hmm. But because Avon, but at this point, Blake doesn't even know they're aliens until they basically start telling him. So only Avon knows about the aliens, and of course, except for Jenna and Callie on the ship. And he's not spoken to him. So Avon, Blake's kind of like, what are these things? But they kind of tell him. They tell him what's going on. Even later says, that's why we're keeping this form, just in case. And so, Blake's filling in blanks. He doesn't know everything. So there was, incidentally, for those who watch Blake 7 Live, undoubtedly there's a gigantic gap between the Keeper and Star One, or earlier episodes than the Keeper. At some point, we know that Travis had to meet these aliens and who snuck through somehow. We don't know exactly, and make this deal, because it's just all assumed that it's been made already. It's never been chronicled, so we'll never know. But a deal was made between Travis to basically turncoat on all of his kind and all of his galaxy. And yeah. Although he still tried to cozy up to Servalan and the Keeper and get her in and make a deal with her. So we don't know when the deal was made, in case you're wondering. And what am I saying? I'm the only one that wonders dumb shit like that. Anyway, I'm the only one that thinks about stuff too much when it comes to Blade 7. So basically, Blake is playing along while Avon, of course, is looking for him in the complex. In the meantime, Jenna decides, wow, that's 600 alien ships coming in. They're coming. It's an invasion, obviously. She and Villa don't really want to know what to do, so she decides to warn Servalan. And I can understand why she did it. I mean, whose side are you going to pick at this point? Humanity or a bunch of aliens from Andromeda? You don't know anything about them. So she decides to warn the Federation. She uses Orak's carrier beam, which is the fastest way to do it. And she just says, I hope Blake understands why I betrayed him. She calls it that, not him. And eventually, Blake is, while in a conversation with this dude, God, what was it? I keep forgetting the guy's name. Oh, man. It was Stott, I believe. Stott, in the conversation with Stott, answers a question with a flippant answer, and all of a sudden, he asked him, why have you given us the means to eradicate your own kind, to eradicate humanity? Well, maybe I just don't like crowds. And then blasted in the back by Travis.
Who has a new haircut. He looks like a beetle.
Oh, yep, he does.
I think Travis. He's looking...
Travis?
What's the word on how he's looking?
The word.
Yes.
And I did just clip your favorite line. So here, let's play that.
What are they?
Unfriendly, which is fortunate, really. They'd be difficult to love.
I love it.
That with Neelix, I think.
I'm telling you, I'm telling you, it may be the best of the entire series.
It could be. I mean, I have me some singers that I truly love. It will make. I mean, one day I think I might. I've compiled everything else about this damn show. I might do a best Avon lines. This is going to be like.
Oh yeah, you should rank all the clips or the lines and then see if or some of them.
I once made a clip tape on my old VHS player, like 5 hours of Avon scenes.
I mean, we've got so many clips right now. We've got over 150 clips, but
yes,
we got to go weed through and just take out the ones that are, won't play again, I guess. But yeah, there's so many good ones. Yeah.
Oh, he's never
make a little clippy and from you remember from Microsoft and just put like a Travis patch on it.
Oh yeah, Clippy. Yeah, remember.
Wait,
Clippy?
You remember Clippy?
Are you trying to say Avon would just shoot a Horta? Just kidding.
He would.
He would shoot the Horta. He said, "To hell with it."
He would shoot the Horta.
It's better than being burned to a crisp. So he said, "Why are you talking to that thing, Blake? Just kill the big rug monster." So anyway, but
no kill eye.
No, I still love Devil in the Dark. Actually, there's some other stories where Avon is pretty Star Trek-ish. Anyway, so but in this case, the thing was trying to kill him. What are you gonna do? So Travis takes over. Just he thinks he's so happy. It's not even dancing a jig for killing Blake. He thinks they just blasted him and that's it. Here comes the ships from Andromeda. He's about to perform the final act that will bring down sections of the defense zone. And right before he does it, gets blasted in the back and sand blasts out of his back for some reason. I've never understood exactly why. And then in comes Avon. And one of the great scenes of all time, probably should clip. Is he dead, Avon? Is Travis dead? And he just turns around and blasts him, and right like a movie many years later where an emperor would fall down something, falls down into it. Wow. He is now. There's no that line. That's a matter, I guess, of I don't know what, serendipity or whatever. I mean, it's just perfect. It's not a witty line like the other one, but it's still perfect the way it's acted.
It is pretty good.
It's fantastic. Is he dead, Avon? He turns around, blasts him. He is now.
Okay, bye.
He was mostly dead before, but now he's all dead.
See you. Be seeing you.
I love it. Yeah, I mean, but he could lecture him right here and say, and if your dumbass had killed him the 4 other times you had a chance to kill him, Blake, you wouldn't be lying on this floor right now, pal.
Mm-hmm.
So at Servalan's headquarters, she's basically announces to Durkin that basically the military has staged a coup on Earth and has arrested the president and members of the council who have not seeing certain realities have already being arrested. Basically, Durkin concludes from this, he even congratulates her and calls her Madam President. Basically, Servalan just became president. But then, of course, she says to herself when she receives the summons from the Liberator about the attack, she believes it right out there, right up front. She says, I will not be president of a ruined empire. Yep, I love Servalan. She's the best. So great character stuff in this episode. It's amazing. And I love those bombs. I don't know why. I want one. Not a real bomb. I talk about that. Yeah, thingies. So they forgot one.
It would be cool to have like a dozen of them and to put them on like every door in your home.
Yes. Yes, it would be.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, people would say, what's this here for? Yeah.
I wouldn't even care. I would just have them there for my enjoyment.
Of course.
If they tried to touch it, I'd be like, don't touch that.
So they had set these charges, of course, because they're cool. They look great. Avon, let's see, Callie and Blake had set all these charges inside of the base of Star One. But Blake says we can't blow this place up, or humankind's gonna need all the protection it can get. And he asks, you gotta get those things out there onto the surface. Good night, Penny.
Good night, Penny. Thank you so much for making us a part of your evening routine. Sleep sweet, cute lady. Bye.
So he asked Avon and Callie to hurry up. They only have 10 minutes to get those explosives onto the planet's surface. They get them all, but he had forgotten that he put one somewhere that Callie didn't know about. So Lorena went to get it. We don't know how they get out of there, but they do. And, because Callie brings it out and they, throws them all away. They all blow up. But unfortunately, the lady Lorena is blown up as well inside the station. But somehow they don't chronicle how, but Avon, Callie, and Blake escape and return to the Liberator. And then basically you have Callie saying, you've agreed to fight off that fleet. That's what I promised. He gave Blake his word that he would fight off this fleet until help would arrive. Because I love the exchange. It's like it's pretty simple stuff. When Jenna says, "Why, Avon?" He goes, "Why not?" It's like,
yeah.
Why? But Avon's practical. He did it because, well, where else are we going to go? They're going to come through anyway. So
they're going to wreck his chance at making profit.
Yep. So the scene here's one of my favorites of all of the series, like a culmination of things over the course of 2 years. When Blake comes to this bridge, he says, I thought I might be able to help us in that condition. All right, I'll go back. He goes, can you manage? Yes. Because Blake initially said, can't you bring yourself to trust me just this once, said Avon. And when he's walking off, Blake says, Avon, for what it is worth, I've always trusted you from the very beginning. Now, you have to ask yourself, because knowing these characters and knowing the show, was that more manipulation on Blake's part? I don't think it was. I think it was heartfelt. And I think you look at Paul Darrow, you look at Avon, and he felt it. He didn't want it. He doesn't. He hates that stuff, but he has to face certain things about himself. I think he felt it in this gut. He knew that he really cared about Blake, and Blake cares about him in spite of all their differences. And I think that's beautiful acting between the both of them right there. It's a beautiful scene.
It's true. In previous episodes, I've pointed this out time and time again, where both of these actors and whomever is writing the script make sure that the viewer knows that these two have a Spock and McCoy type of relationship. They deeply, deeply care for one another, but they do not agree about anything. They don't agree about anything. They don't.
Yep.
No, yeah. Anyway.
Anything. Absolutely right. Absolutely right. So yeah, anyone, you guys can start your reviews anytime you want. We'll get to getting to the end. And so, of course, they're about to the ships are about to come through the opening in the defense field. Federation help is a good couple hours away. The Liberators got to hold them off. They can't all come through that thing at once. They're waiting. The tension is building up. Beautifully well done. Great music by Dudley Simpson. And all of a sudden, another one of my favorite exchanges is when Villa says, Avon, this is stupid, and he says, when did that ever stop us?
Yeah.
Just so the humor of this show is so great. And then something that was ripped off by a show called Star Trek: The Next Generation many years later, the ending word of the season, fire, and hits the button. It sound familiar?
Yeah, during the watch party, it's exactly what I said. You know, back then we had to wait 3 months, and now with streaming, we can keep going. But yeah, that would have killed me to have to wait to see what happened. When
they had to wait for this one like a year, or half a year.
Yeah, but you know, for me, getting to the series years later, thankfully I didn't have to wait. But that was a killer with TNG. Watching that with my friends, and I can only imagine here with the cliffhanger is just so amazing here, because you know the Liberator is such a powerful ship, but doesn't matter. You're facing what they say, 600 spaceships, or wow.
That's why for something I do a lot and have for 40 years is I'll watch Star One, Aftermath, and Power Play. Aftermath and Power Play being the first as a trilogy, because they are a trilogy. I would watch them all, and it's just that's a wonderful watch. That's one long like a movie thing. I love it. It's truly entertaining. So yes. The episode ends, folks, and what will happen? Will the Liberator be destroyed? Is Blake 7 over? What will happen to Blake? What will happen to Jeddah? What will happen to Avon, Villa, Callie? What will happen? What will happen to Servalan? Okay, folks, I'm going to just come out and tell you right now. This is the last episode. They never made any more. No.
Yeah, that stinks, yeah.
No, they did make more.
Dun, 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 dun.
So,
I just got one clip to play here.
Is Travis dead?
He is now.
I love it. Greatness.
Total greatness. Yeah.
So, number one, take the floor and please, whether you have notes or whatever, anything you have to say about Star One.
Okay, boss. But the chat is super busy.
That's okay. I'll get it.
You got it, honey? Okay. All right, here are my notes. Chris Boucher or Boucher is back, and boy, do you ever feel it. Super cool opening scene. I love the cool ships, and I like that it looks like a stingray. And I love the planetary view. Servalan's chesticles in the beginning of this episode look very odd. Her right boob isn't where it should be. I don't know what's going on.
I noticed that too, but I didn't want to say anything.
Wow, I've watched it 10 million times and never even noticed it.
Oh no, I noticed right away because she's she's always sexy, she's always perfect, and it's just like what's going on? Where'd your boob go?
Thanks a lot. Now I'm going to notice that every time now.
Sorry, man, but her testicles look weird. Her right boob is definitely not located where it needs to be. It's somewhere in Albuquerque.
Maybe they can fix that in post or in CGI. Yep, yep.
Wow.
Where's
In
the other
Raquel's defense,
chesticle? It's in
I
Albuquerque.
noticed that
Wow. Jesus.
Sorry.
I love it. No, that's great.
Which chesticle do I trust? Philip plays the fool. I enjoy when he plays the fool. And he does it outwardly. It's most enjoyable because we know he's not an nincompoop. The best dialogue of the series is back. Thank you, Chris. And of course, I feel that way about Terry Nation as well.
Oh,
Avon,
yeah.
I love when Avon says belief is for fools. And certainly he does not mean that in the religious sense of believing in God is for fools or anything like that. What he's trying to voice is his intellectual stance on asserting things without proof. So he says belief is for fools, but what he really means to say is belief without proof is for fools. And I just love that he says that.
Yeah. He said, show me anyone who believes in anything, and I will show you a fool. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So war, then we have Blake saying that war is a senseless violence without a definitive victory. Once again, these are things that you would definitely be arguing about in a sociology, anthro, or philosophical class for sure. That's quite a mouthful, isn't it? Just sort of revisit that in your mind. War is senseless violence without a definitive victory. Yep. And certainly, wow, that's definitely something to spark up a massive debate, a big discussion that would take the course of several hours and would be, and even then you wouldn't exhaust it.
By the way, we have bad weather here, so if you lose me, just keep going.
Okay, boss. I love the howling sound of the Federation's ships and the Federation space stations. It's always there. It's like the background noise you hear on TNG, or it's like when you hear the monitor on TOS. So I just like the fact that, for TOS, it's the monitor. And for and for TNG, it's the entire ship. It's the engines, right? But here it's a howling sound. So it always makes you feel uneasy. I like the term psychomanipulations team. Here we see that the Federation truly is deranged. Really grapple with that label for a minute. Imagine being a psychologist or a psychiatrist who would be on a psychomanipulation team, and you would be essentially brainwashing and torturing someone, and they just call it a psychomanipulation team. I love that Avon says about Blake that idealists can't afford to think. And marooned for life it is something to be proud of. I love that Avon alludes to that.
He says yes.
Yeah, because of course I identify with that, and I don't mean to hurt anyone's feelings when I say that. It's just my temperament. That's my temperament. I'm an INTJ. I'm an introvert. I would love to be alone. If I could have a fully self-sustaining cabin on the Blasket Islands and never see anyone ever again except for my family, I would be very happy. I would send out stories and I would just be very happy. Anyway, can I just say how much I love the sets here? The sets, oftentimes when you hear criticism of Blake 7, it's from normies who, first of all, don't understand science fiction, and that it's idea driven, and it's not about pew pew, and it's not about the quality of the stage props. But here we see just some really, really terrific sets. And so I like to call it out because you all know how much I love practical effects and the attention to detail. I often find myself wishing that I could have some of these sets in my home. I absolutely love these aliens. I call them Slimer Horta. And I just love the dialogue. What are they? Unfriendly, which is fortunate, really. They'd be difficult to love. I put that in my notes, of course, because I actually believe that that might be the best quote in the history of Blake 7. Because as Clobby's cousin David was saying in the chat, I know people like that. And I would just like to say to our cousin David, Clobby's cousin David, I know people like that as well. You know, just I know people like that. It's terrible. Blake gets shot. I love how saucy Aurak is here. And oh my God, I forgot about Avon shooting Travis and Travis falling down that hole. I had completely forgotten about this, and so I actually found his death scream. I actually found it quite disturbing this time around. I mean, probably the first time I watched this, it was probably like at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, and I was probably cheering, you know, yay! But this time around, I was watching it in the middle of the day, and I found his death scream very disturbing. Very, very disturbing.
Yes.
So I believe that this is among the best of all of Blake 7. And I think I've only said that about another episode that just totally blew me away. But this one it's really, really up there for me. This is Star Trek and Star Wars and every television show, Battlestar Galactica, Farscape, it's all of them all rolled into one. All of the things that you love about science fiction you can find in this episode, with just, I mean, let's just talk about Terry Nation and Chris Boucher. Let's just talk about their talent for writing dialogue. I absolutely love their dialogue, and when it is furnished in this luxurious mindscape, it's just thrilling. It's engrossing. It's rewarding. It's everything I love about celluloid science fiction. It's a 7 out of 7.
There you go. Love it. Thank you. Love it. Love it. Love it. Number one. Number one.
Number
Engineer.
Oh yeah. Oh, I mean, it could go on for hours about this episode. It's so good, but I think this is probably my favorite episode of the series. But I think when I watched it the first time, or after I got through the next few episodes, and of course we're not going to do spoilers for the next few episodes, obviously, don't worry. But I always said, you know, and you just kind of mentioned that, you know, watching, you know, this end of this season, the beginning of next season, is one of the best movies I've ever watched. I think, you know, just it's on par with watching, you know, a motion picture, just in terms of the excitement, the action, and what happens to the characters. So it's almost it's like it's painful to have to stop here and not talk about the next episode. I'm saying that, you know, as a joke, but it's, you know, if you haven't watched it out in the chat, you know, when I first watched this, there was no way I was going to bed, even if this was, you know, 3 in the morning. I watched this episode for the first time. It ain't happening. I'm you know, I'm going, and then I think you have to kind of watch the next episode, but it's it's brilliant. Yeah. It's brilliant the way these episodes string together as a exciting you know, mini movie or mini series, whatever you want to call it. So it's you know, just the characters. It's the culmination of the first 2 seasons, and you get the great character moments. You know, it's you know, Raquel said it's Kirk. You know, it's the Spock McCoy relationship, and I said that during the watch party too. It's you know, there's a lot of DNA.
What did you say that? That's great. See, this is why we're friends.
I said the same thing, yeah, and it's on tape, so I can prove it. But you know,
that's
and it's
wild. You know how all 3 of us think so much alike? That's why we're friends. That's why we hang out so much.
Yeah, maybe not to talk about where the boobs go, but I did notice that too, which is scary. But anyway,
listen, her boob was in Albuquerque.
Yeah. Now Clobbering Times is gonna go watch it now and be freaked out. But yeah, it was just such a a culmination. We have well-written characters. You feel like these are real people. They're real people too, because they're well acted. And Jenna got to do a lot in this episode, and I guess I can't say anything else, but she was really great in this episode too. Callie was. I mean, everyone's good in this episode. So it's I just well, I can't say. We've got to wait till we get to the next few episodes, but there's so much character development that's so good. So when you get to that final plateau, when you see how well written it is, and I can't stand bringing up the movie that doesn't exist, but certain fake Trek, when they tried to do Khan, it was just there's no gravitas, so there's nothing earned, but these characters have everything earned, and they're so well known to each other, and that they're your heroes right on this ship fighting the evil. In here it's the evil Federation, not like Star Trek, and it's just so interesting what's happening, all the plot threads that are going with Serverland, and then to throw in an alien invasion. And the other thing I said during the watch party, this is much better watch than the Sucker Invasion on Disney Plus. I mean, this is a really great secret invasion. So there's all these twists. So you're thinking, oh, it's just going to be a standard. They're going to blow up Star One. They're going to take over, the Federation, or they're going to deal a crippling blow, and then we're going to go to the next season. But it turns out there's actually aliens from another galaxy that are shapeshifters, like Skrulls. And they don't look so good, obviously, right, as Avon says, but they've infiltrated Star One. It's just unbelievable how what a great twist that was to the story the first time I was watching it. It's like, wow, this is, and it works, right? It's not, doesn't seem shoehorned or just added on, and the actors are, all the actors are great on this too, that really sell it. Lone hail to the woke breaker.
Hey, woke breaker.
Woke breaker.
So I clipped the "I've always trusted you" line.
Oh,
Avon, for what it is worth, I have always trusted you from the very beginning.
Yeah, just
great
a really
scene.
great scene that you guys described so well. So, and that's where it's not fake, and it's good acting, and it's there's so much happening. And then of course, until I watched watched TNG before this, and that fire and the cliffhanger. It's like you gotta wait to see the ending. So I mean, I don't know if any other show did that, but I imagine TNG writers, maybe they did see it. You can't, I don't know if that's anyone knows the facts on that, but it's a brilliant way to end this. I mean, can anyone corroborate that, or that? I mean, it just seems so obvious that TNG copped that from Blake 7. I mean, is there any documentation on that, or
I don't know, but
no one ever
this
said
predates
it, right?
by about almost a decade. So
yeah. But I'm just wondering if I haven't seen that written anywhere or anyone claim. I mean, but I agree with you. First, when you watch it, immediately go to that. So it's a great cliffhanger. Yeah, and you think your heroes are going to all, it's a hopeless situation. So same thing as with facing the Borg too. You think it's all over. There's no
look at the system for redemption. The people who be able to liberate it. They're very much like the Borg. Predated that.
Yeah.
So.
No, it's very interesting stuff, and of course here's another clip from right before that scene.
Avon, this is stupid.
When did that ever stop us?
When did that ever stop us? Yeah. It never will, right?
Yep.
So I just this is 7++ over the top good episode, and just I think it's it's, if they, not that you need the better special effects, but with these few episodes, you could have made a movie that I think that would have been a big hit. Obviously, if they had a bigger budget, you would have had better. I think the special effects are really good, but I'm not trying to say that they're not good. With all the ships, but I think this, these three
Upon
stories.
penalty of death, that's why.
Yeah, but if you had a big budget, this I could have seen these three scripts going to make a movie, and I think it would have been a damn good sci-fi movie. I'm glad we have obviously have the series, but it would have been a damn good sci-fi
I feel that way
movie.
about some episodes. Like that, some episodes would have been just marvelous films.
Yeah, yeah.
But Star Wars Aftermath.
Let me pause that scene right there. Oh, sorry.
No,
I was joking. I took a lot of clips of Jenna. Jenna, she looks gorgeous in that outfit. Captain Finney
asking.
Shalom.
Shalom, Ezra.
Hello, shalom. Where's our Blake 7? Captain Finney says, "Where's our Blake 7 movie?" Yep. Well, we never got that. So
I never want them to touch it. No movie.
I just watched these three back to watch these back to back.
Star One first. No, watch way back in Spacefall and Cygnus Alpha in a row. Then watch a couple. There are a couple that you could compile as movies, and then of course this one, Star One Aftermath and Power Play. So.
Yeah, they just fan, and you remember me telling you that probably too, right?
I've always treated them like a movie.
Yeah. So, and I love the way the quotes like talking idealism. We've got our old whole roll of quotes here, but they keep going back to that. So always being an idealist. So I think I had one here, but it's just I was trying to find it. But I'm gonna clip that one.
Okay.
I will clip it, but we did. But going through the series, Avon. That's a common theme about Blake being the idealist. So it's always and they here we go. Here's one.
Another idealist, poor but honest. I shall look forward to our meeting with eager anticipation.
Yeah. Yep. That was from Project Avalon.
Yep. So I love that they continue the themes through the episode and through the series, excuse me, and it's not haphazard. It's great character development along the way, and you're growing to know the crew too as they don't know each other in the beginning, right? They just haphazardly are thrown together, and they're gradually learning about each other, and you do too along the way. So it's really just tribute to how good the writing is with not a huge budget for the special effects. So they probably spent a ton of money on this episode, I think, with all those spacecraft and special effects. But darn, it's yeah, you're right. It's it's good. It's a gooder. Can't beat this one. Yep.
You ready? Did you give a rating number 1?
Oh, yep, she did. Yep, 7+, or what'd you give it?
I gave it a 7 out of 7.
Okay, and you? That's right. I'm sorry, I missed. And you, Mark?
Yep, 7 or 7++. I think it's my favorite. This is my number 1 episode of the series. I think without going through my list, but I just love this. I think this is the best episode of the series. There's just so much going on. I mean, I haven't ranked everything, like Clobberin Times has, but just from my initial, second pass through, this is just so damn good. Yeah.
Well, it's my number 3 all time favorite, and I gave it 7+++. It's Chris Belcher wrote my top 3, and so we still haven't gotten to my top 1 and 2 yet, but we're at my top 3 now. So I adore this episode beyond belief. Obviously, I've watched it so many times, and Max remembers I have it at 3. Yeah. So, but hey, Mazarus, good to see you. Welcome.
Let's do it.
Yeah. And what can I say? We've all said it all before. This is just one of the absolute greats, and it is. Yes, you could say, oh, it's incomplete because it's a cliffhanger. Yeah, I guess, but it just matches up or links up beautifully with the season 3 premiere, Aftermath, and the second one, Power Play. They make one long big movie that I can't tell you how many times, because I can't watch Star One. Like I can never not watch Star One without watching Aftermath and Power Play. And I can't tell you how many times I've just sat there and said, I jump all over the place. I can watch any beloved episode that I've watched a lot. I can throw in there, and sometimes I go, I think that's about that time again, that time of year where I watched my Star One Aftermath Power Play. Was every year I must at least do them once or twice. And so you might say I've worn this sucker out, and I just adore every second of it. And what more need be said? Other than a couple of, I know you probably have some notes or something as well, but I like, I've always been skeptical of it, but they say that, Cherry Nation wanted this to be the Daleks, his creation, the Daleks for Doctor Who instead of those aliens. And that Tom Baker and Garrett Thomas actually wanted to do a crossover of the two series, but Chris Boucher and David Maloney weren't in favor of it.
Wow, that would have been interesting.
I don't they don't belong in Doctor Who's universe necessarily. I kind of understand it, but as a fan of both shows, I certainly wouldn't have had a problem with it. SP4H, hey there.
SP4H.
So,
hey, good evening, SP4H. Good to see you.
I guess I'll read our reviews. What do you think?
Yes.
Yep, and then Raquel probably has notes after that, and I have the wiki page.
Do you have notes? Yep. You have notes, number one?
No, I already delivered my
did
notes.
Those, yeah. So
I'm just sitting here sort of preparing for how we're going to dish on this, because this is the season ender, right?
Yes, we're going to go back and take a little bit of a look at season 2.
Yeah, exactly. So
that's right. So let me go and knock out the reviews. So.
Yeah, and then we'll get back to that. So I'm just going to go on mute unless somebody says something really cool, and then I'll jump in.
Gotcha. Well, we'll do these as quickly as we can, but want to do them justice because we got the great Max Redstone and our great buddy Ravenscroft. So Max Redstone says A+ alpha grade with honors, ranked number 2. Great ranking. Chris Boucher writes a masterful story that brings every Series B story arc to a payoff with a twist, while still being a genuine work of science fiction. Agreed, sir. Oh dear, something is amiss in the Federation. What the Star One do anyway? Oh no, not Keldon City. Well, yeah, Boucher was obsessed with Keldon City, wasn't he? Why is Star One way the hell out this way? All plot points will be tied off. It is wonderful to see the developing dynamic between Blake and Avon reach a crescendo. Avon doesn't hate Blake so much as he hates the bullshit that accompanies Blake's fanaticism. Agreed, sir. Doesn't hate him at all, but doesn't agree with him at all. Basically, it's a clash. The alien invasion aspect is the best twist in the entire series. It presents a challenge at a level that puts it above and beyond all of the characters in the show. Even Serverland is befuddled. Pouring down
just as you switch from the next message, I just wanted to say good evening to John Platt.
Hey, John.
John's here. Everyone say hello to John. John's here.
Hey, John.
Welcome, John. Good to see you, my friend.
SP4H and John all in the last few minutes, so it's good to see you guys. Sorry for interrupting, Clubby.
Not a problem. Thank you for doing that because I can't see the screen. I'm reading these, so thank you. Keep me abreast of anyone, apprised of anyone showing up. Let's see. Everyone has their own priorities. Serverland to take over the Federation, Travis and the aliens to destroy humanity, Blake to destroy the Federation, and Avon to be rid of Blake. It's true. Yes, sir. Travis has gone 100% sadist maniac to no one's surprise. We're left to wonder as to how exactly Travis and the aliens contacted one another and how the aliens got to Star One in the first place. And we'll never know. And you'll never see me coming. So, yeah, and Chris Bowser, I guess, unless he's mentioned it somewhere, who knows?
Boss
we
man,
know
a Ptolemy's minion just walks through the door.
Oh no! Hey,
Ptolemy's minion and the pepperoni.
Yes, good to see you. Good to see you, Paul. I hope you and the pepperoni are doing well, my dear. We know that
drug approved stream.
Okay, what? Okay, ready? Oh,
Yep. Go.
I can't remember. I can't see them. I don't have my eyes on the.
Yeah, sorry. Yep.
No problem. We know that Travis did send a pic. This is Blake. This is Blake's command performance, and a large amount of it is improv, which is also a big twist. You can credit Jenna with saving the galaxy. Yeah. I mean, a good pernt. Another good pernt, buddy. By alerting, the only person with enough ships to help. The only other unanswered question is what would happen when the Star One technicians reached the end of their mortal lives. I guess they probably had some contingencies for that eventually. I don't know. Well, there's so many other burning questions, though. I mean, Star One is preserved. Well, I won't spoil anything. Blake survives. Travis goes the rest of the way down the drain. And for one moment, humanity unites for the bigger cause in the most substantially quotable episode of B7. I guess it could be. I mean, it's up to so many, but you might be right on that. It might be the most quotable. There are so many quotes in every episode, though. Even in lesser episodes, there's some great quotes. In the end, Servalan is president. Callie is a MILF. Oh, dude. I love Shan Chapel, though. And the new Blake Avon dynamic is set. I'm sure we will have a great space battle that will not contain any recycled clips. Fire! Thank you so much, Max, buddy. Well said, sir. Oh, he had another one. Let's see. The itsy bitsy Travis went down the Star One spout. Arf went Lola and Paco and scared the Travis out. He's the best.
I love you, Max.
He also said 7 and a zillion pluses.
Yep.
And he said supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
Yes.
Well said, sir.
Even though the sound of it is kind of quite atrocious.
Of course, atrocious. He was just doing that because he didn't think I could say it, but even I could say that one. I've only because of the song, though. I couldn't say it if that was like a word I'd never seen before. I would be sending him shin kicks for.
That's okay. So would I.
7 out of 7+ Avons for Larry. Yes. Larry. Thank you, Larry.
Larry. And
now Ravenscroft. I hope Ravenscroft's still with us. I know it's late for you, my friend, but we got yours. Ravenscroft says 7++ Avons. 1 of 22. Here we go. Where to start with this one? It's the definitive wham episode with the status quo changed drastically and the drama that's been building hits a very satisfying crescendo. We got 2 reviews using that word. I love it. One from the Music Meister, which, our Music Meister, and from Ravenscroft as well. That's great. What were you saying?
Good stuff.
It's so nice.
So that's not easy to spell that word either. It's a long word.
I'd rather read it than spell it.
I really like the fact that what it is it's calling on music to express your feelings. And here we are at the end of a season, and people are as excited as they were at the beginning of the season. And certainly we're not seeing that in our Voyager reviews. So you're seeing people who are just so thrilled and so pumped for the next episode, for the next season. So I think it's truly wonderful.
Indeed it is. He says, wonderful epiphanies for the big 3 and even Servalan to a degree.
And Blunt Philly Reviews just walked through the door, boss.
Hey, Blunt. All right. Good to see you. Good to see you. I hope you're doing well. Welcome. For Blake, his quest to find Star One ends, but his inner struggle with the limits to which he'll go to destroy the Federation climaxes as well. Confronted with the knowledge of the aliens, he immediately releases his desire to destroy Star One, realizing its value to the universe. He's not just about revenge, but fighting true evil. That's very well said. And a lot of people don't think about that, Ravenscroft, that Blake, believed in making the decent decision over his fanaticism. Proving what I've always said, that Blake is a good man. Just has his faults and his demons like everyone else. And I love Blake. I really do love him. I mean, Avon's the easiest character to love because he's just so cool, so brilliant, so different. And he is the best character, in my opinion, my my top 2 or 3 all-time favorite TV characters. But I do love Blake, and Avon is so great because of how great Blake is. Anyway, You can legitimately debate his initial decision, but the unfolding events reveal the man behind the mission, and he puts aside his personal crusade in favor of others. Again, very well said. Thank you, Ravenscroft. He also, with no regard to himself, tells Avon he's always trusted him, something Avon seems to greatly value, at least to the extent he allows him to show it. Let's see. Avon's moment comes when his honoring his promise to Blake to fight the aliens. We'll never know what was said, but Avon is taking a risk. He would have howled at a few hours earlier. He's taking a risk he would have howled at a few hours earlier. Yeah. Why? An answerable question. Greed for the liberator? Logic about personal survival? Or something more? A transformation? A relaxing of the shield of pragmatism? We'll never know for sure. And that's one of the beauties about the show. We will never know for sure. And that's the greatest, sometimes the greatest art, just ask questions and leaves it to you. Talk to Mr. Patrick McGowan, and he all knew all about that. Avon's best lines ever, in my opinion, his chilling exchange with Travis, promising dismemberment and torture, did not seem like a bluff. It was no bluff. Remember, he said, thought you were supposed to be the one with brains. Brains, but no heart. Now talk or scream, Travis. The choice is yours. Just, yeah, so many great lines. So many great Avonisms, as I used to call them. And I love that this attempted seduction to the dark side by Travis comes right on the heels of Avon's I want to be rid of him. Yep. I love that. Oh, God, it's so good. I want it over and done with. I want to be free. But you are free now, Avon. I want to be free of him. And Blake's response, I never realized. You really do hate me, don't you? And then he didn't answer him. He says, when we have dealt with Star One, I will take you back to Earth, and the Liberator is mine. Agreed? I mean, he did not answer him. You really do hate me, Blake. He was feeling hated by Avon.
And it's brilliant, right? I just want to interrupt with this clip. It's just carry over with this clip here.
There's no one as free as a dead man.
Such good writing because they have,
as a dead man,
just so consistent. Sorry for the interruption, but I thought that was cool. Yep.
No, it's good.
It's when taxes end.
Yes. No, they get you within. We have death taxes here. We have death taxes. No, we do. Unfortunately, our government wants the gold from your teeth if you have any.
Yikes.
Yep. So.
Yep.
And no, it's pretty much obvious that Avon does not hate Blake. He hates what being with Blake makes him feel, and Avon does not want to feel. The cynic hides a gentler soul, which he loathes. That's always been my perception of Avon too. We have a lot of the same ideas about Avon, Ravenscroft. I've thought about it because I guess I'm silly about Blake 7. You know that, how much I love it. I think about that kind of stuff with the characters all the time. And you can say it's not just me. I watch it too much, sure. But it's because how good writers these people are make me think about that stuff. Regardless of his anger at Blake, he does not betray him, and in my opinion, would not betray him. Speaks legions about his feelings and character. True. His Sphinx-like reaction to Blake's declaration of trust betrays just the hint of sentiment and warmth. This meant something to him on a deep level, but by God, he's going to try to hide it. Yep. A great Jenna episode too. She warns Serverland about the aliens, putting aside the venom and conflict because, like Blake, she gets that this is much bigger than the rebels and the Federation. Truishness. So glad they did this for her. So glad they did this for her. She's always been a favorite, and I always yearned for more exploration of this star pirate. Agreed. Serverland herself gets it too, rather. Mobilizing the fleet to focus on the aliens and trusting her sworn enemy because she knows Jenna would not be lying about this. And Jenna told us that it came from Blake on the Liberator. And yet she knows there's no point. Why would he lie? I mean, The incredible, delicious twist of having an alien fleet invading just at the moment that Blake and crew locate the place that needs to be intact to fight it. Yes. This is Boucher's finest script, in my opinion, far and away the best episode of the series. Honestly, I'd have been perfectly fine with ending the entire series right here. That's one thing we can't agree on, dude. I wanted more. This one leaves me wanting more. But that's by the way, it's not a criticism. It's a good thing. But if I didn't get more after this, I would be, because I have so many shows that have left me like that never got renewed, that got canceled. It would be going down in history as one of the most. It'd be like Firefly or Briscoe or Probe or some of those other shows that I love that never got never got any more episodes. In this case, it would be unfinished. So I would be bouncing off walls 40 years going, and I would never forgive them for not finishing it. But that's just me. Add to all of this, it would be crazy. If we never got anything? Oh man! But and by the way, Ravenscroft, if you could handle it. You got me beat, because I could not handle them not following up to this. As much as but don't get me wrong, if they did, I'd have to live with it, but I would love it. But it'd be like every day, I'd be like, oh my God, what happened next? Add to all this all this two compelling new characters in the tragic and heroic Lorena and Durkin, who has the unbelievable task of telling Serverland the truth. Yes, he was a good character. It's absolutely crazy the amount of story they pack into a single hour, which shows how powerful an economic script can be, and how powerful an economic script can be. Thank you. Brilliant writing. Maybe the best season finale I've ever seen, bar none. I'm definitely with you on that one, sir. Danger, tension, dramatic climaxes, character growth, a cliffhanger, and yes, even sentiment. Bravo. Well, bravo to you for your review, Ravenscroft. Very well done.
Yeah, that was a great review.
Well said.
Yep.
Well done.
Terrific review. Terrific review.
It is a great season. It's got to be one of the great season finales of all time. I mean,
Professor R2, yeah, and I don't know. I think Briscoe was just hitting its stride. You thought it petered out. Not for me. I mean, it's true that after the John Bly storyline, it looked like it was trying to find its footing. But I loved it. That those episodes. I loved that they got away from that, and I knew they were going to get more. But it also never. Yeah, I think it would have, if they'd have made a couple of more seasons, it would have had a strong second and third season. But again, we'll never know, right, buddy?
They were supposed to be back after a brief hiatus.
Remember that clip you made me? Yeah.
I on there somewhere.
I love Briscoe. I had to delete a bunch of stuff.
I deleted it. Okay. Yeah.
But I love Briscoe, so I'm there with you. But thank you, Ravenscroft. Appreciate that review. And thank you, Max and Larry and all of you. So we'll do this real quick and then we'll get on to what's next. Since that's the end of the two seasons, just a little recap here.
Oh, I do have some show notes from the episode real quick.
Well, go ahead.
Minor. Yeah, because this is a special one. So, of course, they had your, and this is in the Blake 7 fandom wiki, which is pretty well done. And again, you can edit. I'm going to add some more quotes because I only have like 4 quotes in this wiki, which is a sin. But of course, first one's a spoiler. I can't read that. The Terry Nation, Doctor Who, they had that show note. This episode sees the last use of Avon's silver parka on landing duty parties. Due to BBC rules of the time, David Maloney, and I believe he's the producer of the series, could not be given a director credit. So there's no director credited on screen. You know, they always kind of crazy screen actor and BBC rules. And I guess as a producer, he couldn't direct the episode. Well, he directed the episode, but couldn't get credit for it. Bill and Jenna were supposed to be killed off in this episode. I won't read this. Chris Boucher realized that Gan's death had caused upset among viewers, so we decided to change. Decided to change certain things, but I won't. Better be careful reading that because those spoilers. Yep. Paul Darrow named this as one of his favorite episodes, and I agree with him. Yep. The Dutch progressive metal band Star One takes their name from an episode titled the same name. Their debut 2002 debut album Space Metal contains the song Intergalactic Space Crusaders, based upon the plot of the show. And I've never listened to that. I don't know who they are. Maybe Nick does. Nick Weiser, buddy Nick. Yeah, maybe I have to go listen to that song and see what the lyrics are. So yeah, it's so those, ratings 8.2 million viewers. So really huge ratings. Filming location, Old Lightmoor Colliery, Cinderford, Gloucestershire. Let's see. And continuity, Blake and Travis both learn the location of Star One and the Keeper. Silverland was present on Goth in that episode, but makes no mention of the fact here. Silverland assumes the role of president in this episode, much like Alexander Haig when tragically Ronald Reagan was shot, and said, "I am in control here," being addressed as Madam President by Durkin. So yeah, just really well done episode all around. So great
Love
stuff.
It. Well, let's see here. I'm going to switch over to my pictures. We're going to do a little pictorial history of these 2 seasons. All right.
And while you do that, let me stop the slideshow.
There we go.
How do you like my new avatar?
I like it. Look. Okay, so I'm going to show do a quick rundown of the rankings for both seasons. We have basically starting, of course, with first season, The Way Back. I gave it at 32, and I ranked it a 5.
Oh, so wait, let me before I'm gonna write in. So let me get in. Sorry about that. Oh God, you're gonna
just
kill
destroy
me.
My flow.
I just killed your flow. Yep.
Yeah.
God damn it, Mark.
Okay.
Gee. All right, now I'm ready. Okay.
I can't reach it. All right. All right. Okay, so The Way Back, 32, ranked at 32, rating 5. The first episode, of course. Spacefall ranked at 18, rating 6.5. Cygnus Alpha ranked at 40, rating 3 and 3 and 1/5 quarter, 1/5 quarter. I think that was an accident, but yeah. Time Squad ranked 23, rating number 6, 6 rating. The Web 49, number 49, ranking 1.5. Can't all be gems.
Can't all be.
Can't all be Star One. Seek, Locate, Destroy, number 20, rating 7. Sorry, 7. Mission to Destiny, rank 39, rating 3.5. Duel, rank 27, rating 6. Project Avalon, rank 19, rating 7. Breakdown, rank 21, rating 6.5. Bounty, rank 31, rating 5. You keep it up?
Yeah.
You good?
5 and 31. Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Type it. Yep.
Just making sure.
There we go. Yep.
Rank. Oh, so here we go. What is it? Oh, Deliverance, rank number 36, rating 4.5. In episode 13, the finale of season 1, Orak, rank number 15, rating 7. And now season 2. That was just a recap there. Season 2, of course, first episode, everyone, was episode 14 overall. And that is, of course, Redemption, rank number 28, rating number 5. I mean, rating 5, sorry.
Yep. 5 and 28. Yep.
Yes, sir. Episode 15, Shadow. Episode 2 of season 2, but yeah. Rank 34. Rating 4.5.
Oh, I made a mistake in my spreadsheet. Oh.
Ready?
Yeah. Oh, so what was Shadow? Shadow was what?
Shadow is ranked 34.
34 and 4.5.
Rated a 4.5. Yes, sir. Episode 16, Weapon. Rank number 21. But bear in mind, everyone, I can't see. I will get back to the chat. I can't see it right now. Whatever you're saying, I will answer you. If you are saying anything. Weapon, Rank 21, rating 6 1/3. Oh, that may have been an accident. Just whatever. 6 1/3 is fine. I don't know what it
just
means.
a little bit above a 6. Yeah.
Yeah.
1/3 is 0.3. Yep.
I may have been silly. Did I do that? I can't. Okay, whatever. It's good.
It's fine.
Horizon, episode 17. Rank 26. Rating 6. Episode 18. Pressure Point, rank 10. Rating 7.5. Trial episode rank number 5, rating 7++. Still love that one. Episode 20, rank number 12. That's Killer, of course. Killer's rank number 12. Rating number 7. Is a 7 rather. Episode 21, Hostage, rank number 24. Rating number 6. Episode 22, rank number, what's that, 21 there? Okay, yes, so 22.
Yeah, countdown. It's 22.
Countdown, rank number 4, rating number 7++. Episode 23, rank number 29, rating number 5. That's Voice from the Past. Episode 24, Gambit, rank number 9, rating 7+. Episode 25, The Keeper, rank number 43, rating 2.5. And of course, The Great Star 1. Episode rank number 3, episode 26, rating 7+++. I love it.
So I'll rank that as an 8. Yep. The Keeper was number 43.
Yes, sir.
Yep,
Rank
number
43.
43.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yep.
Yes, sir. You got them all up to date now?
Yeah, got them all up to date. Yeah,
I'll start sending them to you from now on.
No, it's all right. I usually with Star Trek I have the spreadsheet going and I do it along the way so you don't, And this one I hadn't done a Blake 7 spreadsheet that was complete, so I did season 1 and season 2. So I have them written down in our show notes, but that saves me a ton of time because you just read it all in versus opening up 26 different episodes of show notes.
Roger Wilco. Understand.
You did your homework. You're A++ on that.
I did that. Took all day to do the second season pictures for something to flash on the screen for 2 seconds, but whatever.
That was worth it.
At least I got them now because all the other ones were on my old stupid computer. Oh dear. So
what do
we want to do now? Do we want to review? Do we want to review Kolchak, or does you feel like doing that, number 1?
Yeah, let's do Kolchak.
All
Mark,
right.
do you want me to read you my season 2? Do you have my season 1?
You what? Oh, do you have season 2?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Good Lord, yes. Please do that.
Yeah. Your ratings, right? Yep.
Yeah. Did you want that for season 2, Mark?
If you have season 1, I'll take whatever you got.
Okay, I have season 1. I'll just do it really fast.
Yeah. Let me just write it down.
for
Yep.
it.
So way back.
Episode 1 is 7 out of 7. Then 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 the web I gave 5 out of 7. Then 7. Then Mission to Destiny I gave a 5. The Duel I believe is the best we've had so far. I gave it a 9 out of 7. I just think it's just absolutely outstanding. Project Avalon is a 7. Then Breakdown is a 6. Bounty is a 5. Deliverance is a 6.5. Orac is a 6.5. And now
season 2.
I'll do the season 2 really quickly. And I'll give you my overall rating of season 2. So Redemption is a 6.5. And then Shadow I gave a 3 out of 7. And then Weapon I gave a 4 out of 7. And Horizon, I gave a 5.5 out of 7. Then Pressure Point is a 6.5. Trial, I gave a 7 out of 7. Killer, I think is just possibly I think it's likely the best of season 2. I think I loved Killer, so I gave it a 7 plus. Hostage, I gave a 5. Countdown, I gave a 6.5. Voice of the Past, I gave a 6. Gambit, I gave a 6. The Keeper, I gave a 5. And Star One, I gave a 7 plus. So I think that Killer and Star One are the best of season 2. They're both really, really good.
Love them.
And so we had high points and we had low points, but we really had the highs were really high. So I think I gave season 1 an A plus because of the 9 out of 7. And for season 2, I'm just gonna go ahead and give it another A plus, because even though we had that we had a couple of low moments, I just think that the highs are so impossibly high and so enjoyable. So yeah, so those are my ratings.
I'm averaging them right now.
By the way, you can put my seasons both at A plus pluses as well. I mean, I forgot to do the seasons. Sorry about that. Number one, I didn't know you had yours handy. Cool.
Oh no, that's okay, boss. I don't mind.
Now, Mark, you want to give yours while we're at it?
I don't have mine in front of me because I didn't do my homework.
Cool. That's fine.
But what I want to do is just show you guys. Well, I'll just give you your average. I mean, I know we give them A plus pluses, but just for the spreadsheet crowd. And
okay,
later when I finish this, I'll show the spreadsheet. I put all the images in, so I'm getting this up to date. But Clobberin Time's average for the first season was a 5.2. So I don't know how that equates. I mean, that's got to be a pretty high score out of 7. So, and then Raquel, your average for season 1 was 6.54. So you actually rated a little bit higher than Clobberin Times, but not not much. But I don't know how that equates to. I guess a 5 has got a, let's see, 5.2 out of 7 divided. This is fun math stuff. That's a 75, and then a 6.5 divided by 7 is 92. Yep. So first season is a little bit lower, and then the second season, Clobberin Times rates in with 6.18 out of 7.
Okay.
Divided by 7, so that's 88 average.
Very close to me. Very close.
Yeah, and Raquel was a 5.85 divided by 7, which equates to a 0.83. But I mean, I hear what you're saying. You can't go by those. Those numbers are just
What was my season average for season 2 again? I just want to write it down.
5.85 out of 7, and that includes
Thank you.
Did you have a 9 in there, or that was the first season you had a 9?
The first. Oh, good evening, Oliver. Yeah, I had
Oliver.
a 9 because I absolutely love that one episode.
Yeah,
just
Duel.
Yeah, where they go to the planet where the entire they killed each other with nuclear weapons, and I just think it's sexy,
episode.
Atmospheric. It's very gothic horror. It's just I love it.
That's where they had like the witches almost, or in some way, or the
arena,
right? Yeah.
That was
so good.
Yeah, that was a great episode. Yeah. So I mean, I would give both seasons, and I'd give second season. I think is better just because of that climax there, but they're just. This is one of my favorite shows now too. So, and I think did I show the while we're on Blake? I did show the Blake 7 annual that was available for sale, I believe. Right. So if anyone wants this, Blake, I would
love it. That's just too expensive for my blood, but I love it. It looks great.
And I think they had it on sale. Let's see. I'm trying to find as soon as I find the link, I'll
see what Mac.
I'll grab
do this
it
from Max real quick. Max said Series B for him from 1st to 13th. He's got Hostage. Wow, you like that? You love that? You love that one, don't you, buddy? Star One, Trial, Gambit, Redemption, Weapon. You got Redemption again. I remember what I was going to say. Shadow, The Keeper, Killer, Countdown, Horizon, and Voice from the Past. There you go. Thank you, Max. There you go. Yeah, I guess season 2 is probably my favorite of the seasons. I think, Max. I don't know. It's tough.
It's really good.
Out of all the
probably. I don't know, man. I love 3. I'm one of those weirdos that loves 3, and I'm one of those weirdos that loves 4. Nobody loves 4 but me. So
I love all of them. Max takes a drink every time I say 7 out of 7. But the thing is this, Max, is that the reason why I'm like this with this show is because this is short storytelling. It's science fiction short story told by one person. And so it's not going to be perfect, but I'll tell you something. It's a hell of a lot better than having 25 people trying to tell one story. And so I just enjoy it so much. It's like, it's just so nice to go back to a time when there's one author trying to tell you a story. And not only that, it's the fidelity here. Like, none of these authors are coming along to write their episode to make Blake 7 their own. What they want to do is they want to exemplify the very best qualities in Blake 7 instead of trying to turn it into something it's not. And so even if there are flaws, I'm so enamored with this series. I love the writing. And I do have to tell you, as an author, I am so impressed and I'm so entertained by the dialogue. The dialogue is just so good on this show. It's marvelous. I just love it so much.
I'm so glad to hear that. It makes me happy.
Graham.
Hey, Graham.
Yeah.
And you make a great point how that doesn't mean they didn't have people who helped, tweak things up here and there on the scripts, but you only see like one writer credit for a reason back then. These people were actual writers. They weren't like, I don't know, writing by committee with like even the original Trek. Once in a while, you see a couple written by so-and-so, and you see a couple other people's names like Roddenberry had worked on Roddenberry might have done something with the script or a few people, but you didn't see 50 people. Mm-hmm. And how many TNG episodes or DS9 episodes or Voyager episodes did you see? And you see like 50 writers listed. Like, whoa, it took you all of you to do this?
Yeah. It and the thing is that it ruins storytelling because it becomes corporate storytelling. And we know that this happened in TOS. We know that in that 3rd season, they were on their 4th or their 4th or their 5th corporation at that point. And it's just, it just made the real writers walk away because, once they start trying to turn it into something that it's not. And you all know how I feel about short story, science fiction, short storytelling. I just think that it is it's an elegant machine. And I just don't think that it can be done by a committee, and I don't think it can be done by a corporation. And I think, if somebody comes in and says to Chris Boucher or Boucher and it's Terry, and Terry says, well, we should do this here, that's a lot different than what they're doing now, and just like Gene Roddenberry coming in, and maybe it was one of his napkin ideas and one of his, little scraps of paper that was in that box. And so of course he's going to get writing credit on it because it's his idea, but the person who's there, who's fleshing it out for him, it just has the highest levels of fidelity because of course he's there watching. And I think the audience notices it. The audiences want storytelling from storytellers. Audiences very clearly don't want stories from corporations or corporate writing teams with agendas and ideas.
No, they don't. But that's all they're going to get anyway from now on.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. Absolutely.
Yeah, it's just so much greatness in this show. It's just...
yeah.
Yeah. And if anyone does want that Blake 7 magazine, if you use the code WELCOME15, I'm just checking it out now. It seems to be working. You get 15% off, so you can actually get the magazine for $23.17.
The magazine?
The magazine,
the annual.
The annual. Well, they call it B7 magazine number 24.
Because there's two different things. It's
it was not an annual. No, it's the magazine. Yeah, it's not the annual.
Yeah, they're redoing the magazine that you used to have. And I only have like one or two issues because you couldn't get it here that much in the 90s, early 90s. They did like 20 something issues of it. They're redoing they're continuing that, making as if to make it look just like it did back then for the most part.
Yep.
And but a couple of years ago they started doing the old British annuals. British annuals are very different from the mags, but yeah. And I wish I could have got those. They weren't cheap. Anyway.
And the shipping's only $7, so that you can get that magazine for $27.25.
That's nice. Yeah.
I think, if my math is right. Yep. No, Max Redstone. Yeah, the shipping is trackable shipping. $7 to the States, which is awesome. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah.
Larry, and the Tetrarch of Apathy, and everyone. I just thank you so much. I love you guys so much. Thank you for supporting my work. I absolutely love writing for you, and I promise I will never stray from classic episodic science fiction that strives to make your heart soar and to make you think and to just entertain you. My audience will always be number one to me and for me in every single way. So thank you so much. I appreciate your readership and I respect it. And I promise to always do my damnedest to impress you and to entertain you.
There you go. So who's ready for some Kolchak?
Well, I'm ready for some Kolchak. We have a great episode, spoiler alert, this week. And the great Michael and Cassandra Beacom and their marvelous, gigantic nerd of a son who we all love, Sean, have sent me the scanned image of this week's episode so that we have a summary for it. And this is, of course, from the book The Night Stalker Companion. And so this is episode 7, The Devil's Platform. Its original air date was November 15th, 1974. We have a teleplay by Don Mullally from a story by Tim Mashler. And what else do we have here? Music by Jerry Fielding, director of photography, Ronald Brown, art director William Tunkey. Why do I always choose to read the most ridiculous things and I cold read it and I'm like, what is that name? Yeah, and it doesn't help, like you learn the English, you see French your whole life as a Canadian, then you learn Greek and you teach in Greek kindergarten and you think you have a handle on all of it, and then you try to learn Irish. It's like your brain just okay. I'm going to be reading from the and especially with Star Trek, and you guys know what I'm talking about. You could read like a summary of a Star Trek episode, and it could have like maybe 15 different languages in just describing what happens in one episode. It's pulling from German and French and Vietnamese and things that are made up. Like, anyways, it's just hysterical. I'm going to be quiet now and read the synopsis. This will be a cold read from page 140 and I believe 141. And again, this is from the Night Stalker Companion, brought to us by the marvelous Beacons. I love them and appreciate them so much.
Thank you for that. Yeah.
Thank you, Mike.
Max, you have a headache? I'm sorry, sweetheart. Have a good sleep.
Gotcha. Well, feel better, buddy. Thanks for being here.
Yeah.
I love you, Larry. Thank you for everything that you've done for me with the second book. It's just, you really went above and beyond. I just can't believe how generous and kind you have been. Thank you very much. Okay, folks, let's go. Robert Palmer is a dashing young politician whose fast rise to prominence has propelled him into a race for a Senate seat. A mysterious car crash claims the life of a major contributor to Palmer's opponent, incumbent Senator Talbot. A boat explosion kills 2 more people close to Talbot. All of a sudden, Palmer has bolted out of obscurity to become the favorite to unseat the incumbent. But Palmer's campaign manager, Stephen Wald, is about to derail the crafty politician's hopes. Wald is threatening to expose all of the bribery and extortion in Palmer's past. The two men get into an elevator. Waiting for the elevator in the lobby is INS reporter Carl Kolchak. The cables snap. The elevator crashes. Wald is killed, and a whole bunch of other people as well. But in the place of Palmer's body is a snarling hound from hell. The vicious beast leaps at Kolchak, who grabs what he believes is the dog's license. It's actually a satanic medallion. Some advice for pedestrians, he tells us. When you're run over by a strange dog and you can't get his number, at least get his license tag. When Kolchak photographs of the elevator crash are developed, the dog can be seen with glowing red eyes. Yet the image of the devil dog fades and disappears. Palmer also seems to have disappeared. No one can find him. During a visit to Palmer's home, Kolchak again is hounded by the murderous mutt. This time, however, it takes back the medallion. A few seconds later, Palmer makes an appearance at the front door. Palmer, of course, is a politician who's literally in league with the devil. In return for success and power, he sold his soul to Satan. When Susan Driscoll tells the candidate that she knows about the evidence that was in Stephen Wald's briefcase, Palmer again transforms himself into the hellhound. Police shoot the dog 6 times, but it doesn't stop. Then Senator Talbot is killed in a head-on crash. Kolchak knows he must stop Palmer. Sneaking into the politician's house, the reporter witnesses a bizarre ritual. Palmer brags about his unholy bargain. He tempts Kolchak with the promise of a Pulitzer Prize and what he desires most, a return to New York City with a job on a major daily newspaper. Kolchak refuses and manages to destroy the medallion when Palmer is in his canine form. The beast immediately turns into a friendly pooch, but no one ever saw Robert Palmer again.
Until he started that.
Go ahead. Sorry?
Go ahead.
No, I just wanted to say, and that is all, just to bookend it for copyright purposes, that is all the Night Stalker Companion has to say about the Devil's Platform. Clobby?
Sorry about that. I lost control. I promised the universe I wouldn't make that stupid joke, and I was embarrassed by it now that I did.
What joke? What joke?
Well, something along those, maybe he was simply irresistible. Robert Palmer,
irresistible.
He needs a gaggle of gorgeous gals in very short skirts and very dark lipstick.
Yes.
Yeah, I remember watching that video over and over and over.
Yeah, I wonder why.
Of course,
I wonder why. And God bless Robert Palmer, who passed away a few years ago, but great musician. Yep.
Yeah. Okay, guys. So, what did you think? I loved this episode. I thought it was terrific. I gave it an A. It has wonderful comedy moments in it. I had to shut the devil talk off. Of course, you guys, everyone here who knows me and knows my heart knows that I never play the Latin scary devil talk in the house, whether it's a real prayer or not. That's not being played in my house. So I had to press mute for that part with the goblet. That was a no-no.
Well, I made a joke about that too. We did a watch party last night, and I said, "A Catholic school, God, you'd be in trouble." Also, like, God, what happens if that actually works on set, right? If you're reading the demon tongue, yeah.
Listen, that's totally the way we were all raised, all 3 of us, devoutly religious homes, and it feels yucky. It doesn't feel good. So yeah, I muted it. Like I said, I think that this episode is delightful. I think it's great storytelling. I think there's excellent dialogue. I think that there are some really terrific jokes. I like the premise. I like the idea of a politician selling his soul to the devil and what that means and what that says to the audience. I like the way that it finishes out. And 1974 television. This is just, it is most enjoyable. This is an A for me.
Mark?
Yeah, no, we watched the watch party. I think
Yeah.
we'll maybe do that now every Wednesday
Yeah,
night.
it's
We'll do
fun.
the
I
cold
enjoyed
check.
it with
You
a
enjoyed
couple
it?
of
Good.
weeks. Yeah, that's fun.
Yeah, yeah. So it's a fun, because it's after your show, and then we can
Yeah.
do do the watch party after. So it's kind of a nice segue. So we pledged not to review it. Obviously we do the watch party, but we did say I did last night. I did cheat and say I did like the episode, of course. Yeah, but yeah, I give it an A. I thought the Catholic school kid in me that always freaks me out the most is the demonic stuff, the Damien, because if you do believe in religion and or just the occult or whatever your belief system is, but if you do believe that, just makes it all more realistic. I'm not worried about getting stomped by Godzilla anytime soon, but anything demonic with horror, it just kind of hits it at an extra level. Plus, you're hopefully going to hear Godzilla coming, but late at night, or especially as a kid, you watch something scary on TV, or like Space 1999, Dragon's Domain. Watching that episode scared the living stuff out of me. I never wanted to open the
That's a
closet
scary
door.
episode.
It is, yeah, but as a 7-year-old kid and you open up your closet door, you think the monster's gonna eat you and spit you out as a burnt up
Oh,
charcoal corpse. So,
yeah.
yeah, not, but that's when that kind of stuff, it really hits you at another level. Of course, now watching this as an adult, it's not, super scary, but it's just a well done juxtaposition of, the typical politician, selling his soul to the devil, uh, to rise to the top. And of course, Kolchak is not scared of anything. I mean, Kolchak goes in all these situations. He's,
Yeah.
the end, he's in the room there. If you're we're in the part of the slideshow now where he's just developing the film. So that's actually, I used to I used to take pictures of the old days. You had to actually develop your film, but just really interesting as a reporter. Everyone hates him, and I think as Clobber
Yeah.
Tubbs was saying last night, does anyone like Kolchak?
Nobody hates Kolchak.
Yeah,
That's hilarious.
yeah. He's
I
got
like
that.
that the old lady comes home from Italy with the holy water too, because that's actually
Yeah.
true. Everyone comes home with rosary and holy water.
Oh, for
Everyone.
sure.
I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah,
that's what you do when you're like when you go to the,
yeah.
when you're going to the holiest place for Catholics, right? So
Oh, yeah. You
Yeah.
I thought that
definitely
was
would come home.
terrific too, because she picked up the hat, but the only thing she was missing was a leather jacket. Like if you go to Italy,
Yeah,
where
from
you want,
Italy. Yeah, you come back with
yeah,
the good
you
good
gotta get
leather.
a nice leather, something leather, and you have to get rosary, especially I have a beautiful set of pressed rose petals. So the rosary is completely made out of pressed rose petals that are, of course, blessed. But yeah, I thought that was so great that they did that, because, it wasn't corny. And it's so funny because sometimes cliches are true. That's 100% what people bring back from Italy. I thought that was so good.
Except the artichoke pasta. I mean, she says, well, it's not available in this country, and it has half the calories of regular spaghetti. That's because it's made of artichoke paste instead of flour.
I know, but
So
she was
that
poking
was
fun
great.
of
No,
the
it was
fact
so
that his
fun.
pooch
It
was
was
getting
great.
big.
Yeah, no, it was so fun. Yeah, it was a great exchange there. Yeah, but it was
Yeah,
funny.
yeah, yeah.
They had that, like, especially today, you can get pretty much anything you want these days. We're so spoiled. I mean, but back in the day, the grocery store was a lot limited. There weren't, like, 32 flavors of peanut butter,
Yeah,
to quote Nick
yeah.
Weiser there. So, but yeah, the dialogue is fun in this episode, and it does make sense that this, well, I shouldn't say make sense, but you can't, a politician, you can just see it, you can see it happening, right? Someone selling their soul to win the Senate race. And of course, we don't do politics here, but I was just laughing because it's the Chicago state senator coming out of nowhere.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, is that, they it sounds like Obama to me. But yeah, it's
Much.
just great great background. And it's a classic. It's not a new story, the devil selling your soul to the devil, but it was well done here. And the one thing I wasn't sure, we were talking about it last night, did he he could change his form into this demon dog or a devil dog. In the end, did his soul go straight to hell once the medallion was destroyed, or did he get trapped in the form of a dog? But Clobberin has a good point. If he was still the dog, then he would have kept maybe attacking Kolchak. I don't know what the chat thinks.
Yeah.
Hopefully you watch this. I thought
Steven
he was.
Ernest.
Hey, Steven.
Steven Ernest. I thought it would have been good if he'd kind of been trapped as a dog and had to live out the rest of his life as a dog, and then went to hell. That might have been, extra. I don't know. Probably.
It sort of leaves it unanswered, doesn't it? Because you're like, okay,
Yeah.
so did he ever exist? So, like, what is the nature? Like, I would need to look it up because you guys know that as an academic, I have to look everything up before I even venture to talk about it because I don't want to get it wrong. But isn't that the way a talisman works? So,
Yeah,
if
they've
you
had
have
that.
or
Like Dungeons
doesn't
and
that-
Dragons.
Yeah, right. So if that's what was happening, maybe he was never maybe he was always a demon, and the talisman allowed him to become a person, not the other way around. I mean, I was trying. It sort of left me scratching my head at the end, but I actually kind of like that sort of an ending where you're like, okay, so is he in the dog and is he cured now, and now he has to stay that dog, or did he not exist? Because Kolchak says in his closing statements that no one had ever heard from him ever again. So was he a demon from the beginning? I don't know.
Yeah. Or he could have been a demon. Yeah. Or and they says this last line is Lorraine Palmer drove off before I could get to her. Her car was found the next day, but she never was. Wherever she is, I hope she has a dog to keep her company and fetch her slippers and lick her hand. So, it's an ambiguous ending, but that's kind of like a Twilight Zone ending, or if the talisman is destroyed, then you're stuck in that form. So, but
well, she was wearing one of those necklaces too, right? So
was she, or
I think so. I would need to go back and watch it again, but I sort of got the impression at the end that they were both a couple of demons, and that the demon wanted to be president so that he could basically rule the free world. But so once the demon was, how do they refer to it? Excised. Once the demon was excised from the physical form, it couldn't stay in this world. And I think that's why she disappeared too, is that they were both demonic forces. They were both demonic entities and they had to go. So,
that's another way. That's another good way of looking at it too. Yeah.
Well, that's what I thought of it. I mean, I don't know if I'm right or not. I mean, what do I know?
I thought Clobberin Times made the most, well, for you, what you said made sense in terms of, he was just cast into hell and the dog was back to being a sweet, cute little dog again. But did the dog exist before? Or
I mean, if he was inside of it before, he would have still kept. Why wouldn't he just keep attacking?
That's true, right?
I mean, after that happened, why wouldn't he? I mean, why wouldn't he go after her?
Yeah, just rip Kolchak to shreds.
Yeah, I 100% think that the man didn't exist and that he was a demon who took possession of the dog, and he could take human form with that talisman. But the minute that he was excised, the demon was excised, the dog was free to be the dog was free to be like pure again, like just a puppy, a nice dog. So I kind of like that message because I don't like the idea of anybody believing that certain animals are evil or not, except for yellow jackets. Yellow jackets are definitely from hell. They're evil. There's no hope for them. There's no help for them. Death to all yellow jackets. Anyways, I resolved it in my mind that way because I didn't want the poor pupperoni. Like it was just
well, the doggy could have been just like you said, a creation, and then once the guy went to hell, then it was back to or it was a possessed dog, like you would possess the form of
possessed,
dog. Yeah. But I guess it's almost more like a werewolf, though, right? Because he's actually changing his form. He's not switching bodies. Yeah.
Sean Carter gave a gift to Clobby. He says he's trying to break Clobby again. Sean,
thank you. Let's see here. Oh, thank you, Sean.
Don't get broken, Clobby.
I'll try. Here we go. If the dog existed, comma, but then it didn't exist, dot, did it exist, question mark, but with one T, then if it didn't exist, it couldn't exist, dot, I don't exist in Sean does not exist. None of you exist. What was I saying? Oh, thank you, Sean, for the super chat. Appreciate it. What happened? Oh, I'm sorry about that, Sean. I non-existed for a second. It happens sometimes. I'm old. It happens. You'd be surprised how many people, for example, some of my best friends don't even exist. And therefore, they never answer me when I talk to them, which is weird. Strange when you think about, oh, maybe they don't exist. But sometimes they do exist. And when they do, I talk to them. And all of a sudden, they stop existing. Maybe it's me.
I hate it when that happens.
Yeah. Thank you so much for that, Sean. Appreciate it, buddy.
And we don't even need to play the clip because we got an actual recreation of that moment. Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Larry says you sound like Nomad.
I am Nomad. I am Nomad. What did you get? What did you? Where is it?
Oh, the clip. The clip.
Oh, I thought you were playing the clip. I didn't know.
No, that was you. Yeah.
Yeah, but see, the thing is, they existed, but they never existed. That clip doesn't exist. Thank you, Sean.
That's a funny clip. That's a funny clip.
Thank you, Sean. Appreciate you. You're too kind. So anyway, where were we? Were we existing? I forgot.
Oh, we were talking about the dog. If what the dog and what happened.
Oh yes.
Well, this is a Mark a great TV though, or a great short story or writing where you're left to think about and question things, right?
Yes.
That's what great writing does. It makes you think about it, talk about it with your friends, and makes you it even makes you exist.
It does.
Yeah. Or here's Kolchak with the police officer, and then he's finally turns off the tape recorder.
Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah, he was a RoboCop.
That guy, he was in everything when we were growing up. Remember, Mark?
True.
Yeah.
Everything.
Clubby's a little bit older than you and I, but that guy was literally in everything. Well, not
He was
literally,
he
but
was
almost literally.
RoboCop's thing I remember from the first one we were watching last night. That's the first thing that hit me, RoboCop. But yeah, it's a lot of stuff.
He's a good actor.
We didn't mention Tom Skerritt too, who's the the politician.
Tom Skerritt from the original MASH film Alien. We talked about that last night.
Yeah,
all the stuff. Tom Skerritt was around forever.
He's been in everything.
Still around, actually.
God bless him. Yeah, and there was some trivia from this one. This episode where some fun things we mentioned last night, but Darren McGavin had played Richard Petty, the famous stock car driver in 1972. So he looked at the car wreck and he says, even Richard Petty couldn't survive a crash like that, which is kind of an inside fun joke. And then the Devil Dog, the Hound of Hell, which is a movie, was originally intended to be a sequel to this episode. And that stars Richard Crenna and Ike Eisenman, who's famous from those Disney Escape to Witch Mountain movies. So they were in that. Didn't turn out to be an exact sequel, but it's like a demon dog story. Tom Skerritt recently said in an interview he has no recollection of playing Robert Palmer, and we were looking at his credits last night. That he has so many credits that I could see that. Oh, we got some super chat you want to get to.
Also, thank you, Sean. Also, Stanley Adams is in this with a squad of Triticale. He's selling tribbles in this episode. Cyrano Jones was in it.
Yeah.
Sean Carter, thank you so much for the super chat, buddy. He says, Spock, what was that? What my instruments read is totally unbelievable, Captain. Twice, for a split second each time, Clobby seemed on the verge of winking out. Yes, he did. Thank you so much, Sean. It's okay. I won't wink out. I'm more like blink out. Don't blink. Don't even blink. Blink. What's blinking? You're dead. Did you ever watch Blink?
Incredibly kind of you.
Now, I think Blink would Blink scare number one.
No. Well, yes, but not in a bad way because it's
in a good
no
way.
Yes. In a good way.
No gore. Yeah.
And that's actually a great primer for Doctor Who. Whenever I have people,
you don't even have to care about Doctor Who to watch that episode. People watch it. Yeah.
Yeah. So I always show that. Like I remember getting like some of my relative, family function. Like, let's watch a great episode of like with Doctor Who. I'm like, you won't. It doesn't matter. Just watch the episode. It's better than a lot of movies out there. And you don't need to know any of the backstory. So I know everyone.
That's probably the most watched episode by people who aren't fans, but can watch it. And it'll make them, in some cases, go, maybe I should watch more. But either way, they'll come away and watch that and go, wow, that's brilliant. And Joe Dog, what's up?
Hey, Joe Dog. There's no doctor in it almost. It's a Doctor Light episode.
He's in it, but it's not. It's called Blink, for those who don't know. And it's about
who wrote that?
Stephen Moffat.
Yep.
So, yeah. The Weeping Angels was scary. It's spooky.
So good.
You'd be scared of angels.
And then the Sally Sparrow character was played by she became very famous later on, but she wasn't a big star then. But did she win an Academy Award?
I can't remember her name. That's not that famous. She was famous. I mean, she's been in stuff. Yeah.
Well, she's been what's her name? Oh, like in picture her face, but Carey Mulligan. Yep. So, but she's done pretty well as an actor. Yeah.
Tetrarch says, Clobber Times, I don't know if it was any good, but I just learned that in 2022, Moonstone Books at the crowdfunded Kolchak, I think he means, Night Stalker 50th anniversary graphic novel. They did a lot of comics in the 90s of Kolchaks too, so I didn't know they did a crowdfunded one. Well, I have a buddy of mine who is a Kolchak, savant. He's just the biggest. It's his favorite thing ever. And he, of course, also wrote some of the. They didn't write those comics, but he has Fids who wrote some of those Moonstone ones. And he's written some comics. I will check with him and see if he knows anything about that. If he doesn't, but his Kolchak's his favorite thing, and it's hard to blame him. So, did you give a rating on number one?
I did, boss. This is an A for me.
You give it an A, okay?
Yeah, I really enjoyed it, and this is quintessential 1970s late night TV viewing. I love it. I wish that we could go back to telling stories like this again. Despite the subject matter, there is an innocence here, and it just makes you feel good watching it, even though it's super scary. You just know everything's going to be okay. And I just love the storytelling, and I love the tone. I definitely love the tone. And, but definitely had to mute for the scary devil talk that was getting muted, and it stayed muted.
don't repeat that in the script, right? Yep.
No, and you don't want that playing in your house. Although I do have my rosary in every room, and I also have a cross in every room. I am Irish Catholic, after all, even though I'm agnostic. And what else? Oh yeah, I really, Clobby, I really enjoyed the humor. There were some really great insults in this one, including that cutie patootie, teeny tiny little old lady bringing back nasty pasta because he's getting chubby. It's just it's so much fun. I had a great time with it. It was just terrific. And I wish we could just tell stories like this again so that we could all just go back to enjoying ourselves again. And I also really like the fact that they made sure to send the message that the puppy, the dog, wasn't a bad dog, that the dog was innocent. Yeah. And so I'm happy with that resolution. Yeah. And so that's it for me, Clobby. A.
Nice.
Hey, okay.
Mark?
Yeah, also an A.
Did you get a chance to talk about the episode?
Yeah, I got a couple more quick things, but one of the fun quotes is,
Go for it.
"Well, Carl, now you can get rid of that bird feeder you've been wearing, right?" When she gives the cute lady from Italy gives him the hat, you know, he gets the pasta and that funky hat, and
It's good. So
and Vincenzo says, "Yeah, you can get rid of that bird feeder you've been wearing," and they're making fun, and they're making his suit look really run down too now, and he's always got the same suit on. I guess he's got, as a poor reporter, he's got no money, but yeah, it's great stuff, and yeah, and the characters, the interactions, they've got him down pat now. So the publisher or his boss, Kolchak's boss, they're yin and yang and going after each other. It's just great. And of course, in the end, Kolchak doesn't get another story published, right? Clobbering Times, how does it get
We
paid?
were talking about that last night. Does he ever get a story published?
Right?
I don't know. Michael Beagle says, I cannot play the theme to The Omen.
Too scary.
Too scary. Yeah.
Oh,
Michael,
yeah.
too scary.
The Omen's, the original one's pretty scary.
Oh, definitely scary. Yeah.
The Omen.
There's no way I could ever watch that. And Larry is speaking to you and Clobby Mark. I'm talking about the fact that the pepperoni tore Kolchak's jacket.
Yeah.
And what's funny is we all noticed it. We were like, uh-oh, there goes the suit.
There goes the suit. Yeah.
Talking about Blink. Angels with Sharp Tail. So I think you're talking about Blink with the angels there, Larry.
Yeah.
Were the angels scarier than the Vashta Narada, though? The Vashta Narada might be scarier, though that's close, but yeah.
The angels, I think, have been overdone in recent.
The silence.
They brought them back too much. But
right.
that Blink episode, man.
Yeah. They ruined them. They abused them, but yeah, but they were great.
Yeah. Well, anything that's like the Borg too, they overdo them. Yeah. Oh, and one more show note here. Tom Skerritt, who plays the man who sold the soul to the devil, later played the great William Shatner's brother in The Devil's Reign, in which he fights the devil. So he's in a movie with the great William Shatner. It's not
the only movie he was in with Shatner.
I haven't seen. Ernest Borgnine's that one. Eddie Albert, Tom Skerritt, and John Travolta's in this one too. I'm looking at. So, what year was this movie? This was 1975. Wow, a young John Travolta. But yeah, there's a lot of demonic stuff going on in here. So Raquel, you are not allowed to watch it, even though the great William Shatner is in it.
I will stay away.
Oh my God, there's a photo. There's a photo of William Shatner. Oh God, that's scary, with a pentagram on his chest. No, that would ruin you.
No, that's nope. That's a hard no. With a
hard no.
With a hard P. Nope.
His physique looks great, but it looks like he's being sacrificed there, so that can't be good. Oh my God, this is scary. The pictures here in this movie. Oh my God.
Will you stop describing it? Don't want to know.
Well, here, I'm gonna put the link in the chat. Raquel, you're not allowed to click on it, but everyone else.
Crap in our chat.
It's you can't see it. It's IMDb.
Put it on your Twitter.
It's William Shatner. You can't. You have to click on it. You have to opt in. It's not. It's text. It's just text. It's ones and zeros. But if anyone wants to click on it and look at it, but wow, this looks like a damn scary movie. Oh, pardon the accurate pun there.
Don't do it.
Don't click on the link. Yep.
Changing the subject, Oliver Belamonte asks what our favorite soundtracks are from science fiction of television shows. And I would just like to say that I absolutely love Star Trek, and I absolutely love UFO, and I absolutely love Battlestar Galactica. Those are my three favorites.
Did you say TV shows or?
Yeah, it has to be a TV show.
Okay.
And it has to be sci-fi.
Oh yeah.
Well, it has to be sci-fi.
Doctor Who to me is probably the greatest of them all as far as theme songs are concerned, but I love Star Trek. UFO is a great one for sure. Battlestar Galactica by Stu Phillips is a great one. So a lot of that's good. Good question there. A lot of good ones in science fiction. John Williams, before he became when he was Johnny Williams, did some great ones even for two different ones for Lost in Space. He did Time Tunnel, and he did a lot of cool stuff back then.
Isn't the theme for the Outer Limits, the original Outer Limits, pretty good too? I seem to remember it was pretty good too, but it's been so many years for me. I don't remember.
It wasn't much of it. It was kind of understated one. The Twilight Zone theme is one of the greatest, of course.
That's a great one.
Yeah, the Twilight Zone is a good one.
Yes. And of course, like you said, Galactica's wonderful.
Yeah, Galactica is amazing.
Yeah, Land of the Giants was also Johnny Williams when he was Johnny Williams. Steve Ernest. So yeah, I love the Buck Rogers one. I think that's a great one.
Buck Rogers is good. And what about the Farscape one? I don't remember if the Farscape one is good.
It's sort of like an opera type of it's good. It's interesting, but it's
out there. Yeah,
it's been too long since I watched Farscape. I need to watch it again.
It's the show. The theme does fit the show.
Sort of counts. I love the Briscoe theme. Actually, remember the Firefly? It was actually a song though. Take my love, take my land, take me where I cannot stand. That was a good one. But let's see. Oh, I love the Blake 7 theme, of course. The Prisoner is a great theme. And
the Prisoner is great too.
Patrick McGowan came up with that one. And, looked like he did everything else. Yeah, so yes, that's some good. As far as TV shows are concerned, yeah, those oh yeah, Wizard of Twilight Zone. Outer Limits was a good one though. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. For me, really it's definitely original Star Trek. It's definitely UFO, and it's definitely Battlestar Galactica, the OG. What about you, Mark?
Well, I was just gonna say that, yeah, Battlestar Galactica, the original one. Star Trek, I like the beginning part, but I don't like the end part of the theme. Don't shoot me, anyone. And I do, of course, love the.
What in part? What do you mean?
I mean, just like the I love the intro to the first part of the
fanfare.
Yeah, that. But then
you don't like the. How dare you?
No, the end when she, the kind of the script. I don't know how to describe it. We can't play it, but the last like 20 seconds I don't like as much. But I love that intro.
Are you talking about the second season with the opera singers?
Yeah, the opera singers. Yeah,
but the first season doesn't do that though.
Yeah. So I don't like the.
Because I agree, I still love it, but I don't think I don't like the addition of the opera singers and like they use for second 2 and 3. I prefer it in the first season personally, but
scared the crap out of me when I was a kid.
Oh yeah, I hear you.
Like when I was a kid, I was like, yeah, this is horror. Like 100%, this is horror.
Yeah, Ezra Goldstein. I have not seen Sapphire and Steel yet. Sorry, one of these days if I get a chance to see it. But $6 Million Man had a great one.
Yeah,
Johnny Quest had a great one too. That's right. Yep. There you go. Yeah.
And we have the opportunity to watch that now. It's on Mark Flick. Yeah.
Thanks a lot for throwing me under the bus.
Oh,
yeah, another show to watch. Yep.
By the way, did you rate the episode yet, Mark?
Oh yeah, A. Yep, definite A. Yep, definite.
I
really love this one.
I too give it an A. I thought it was a fun one. Seeing Tom Skerritt, and it was kind of fun to see him and stuff. And everything you all said it all perfectly. Great episode, a lot of fun, and it's unique amongst. So far, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, it is unique amongst Kolchak episodes. Is that it's maybe the first time we didn't have a police captain that hates him.
Right? Yeah,
it's true.
Oh no, there was one other one on the boat, but there was a captain who was just a boat captain that hated him. Never mind.
It's kind of like the police, though, right?
They were the police. Everybody hates Kolchak. The authorities all hate him. So yeah.
Authorities always hate Kolchak because Kolchak is telling them about the mystical world that they don't believe in. This
show, Darren McGavin's performance mixed with the great writing, very similar to the great writing on Blake 7 with Avon, in the sense that here you have a character. In this case, though, he's the title character, but he's the titular character, as they say. But he's an anti-hero. He's not goody two shoes or any of that kind of stuff. He's a jerk. He's abrasive. He's arrogant. He doesn't give a crap about anything, and you love him. You don't when you write a character like that. If you don't have that kind of actor, there's an actor that special with with the writing going along with it as well. You're just gonna hate him. You're gonna hate him as much as the characters in the story hate him, but you don't. He's so fun to watch. That's a testament to how brilliant Darren McGavin is in this role. And it's one of the greatest roles of characters ever on TV, because again, he's never nice. He's nice. He's affable, but he doesn't care who he steps over.
No.
He just when one of these cops hates him and starts, he just He doesn't give a shit. He's he doesn't take it easy on Tony. He never gives him a break.
No.
Like, I mean, he laughs at it, and it's hilarious. And yet
he did respect his elders though, because he didn't want to insult the old lady. Remember how he snuck out so she wouldn't see that he wasn't wearing the hat.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he likes her. But we were talking about last week. Man, does anybody ever like Kolchak?
Yeah, someone's got to like him, right?
I would like him, but so yeah, it's incredible. It's great, and that's an anti-hero. People always talk about anti-heroes and don't know what they're talking about. Usually, anti-heroes are Kolchak, Han Solo, Indiana Jones, guys like that are they'll do heroic things, and they're good. They're not bad people, but they're just trying, they end up in situations where they will do the right thing. He's a hero. He saves all kinds of lives, Kolchak, but he doesn't give a crap. He just wants a story.
And no one believes him.
And imagine how many people would wind up in an insane asylum after what's happened to them if he were, if Kolchak hadn't have stepped in and said, no, you're not crazy. And Tetrarch of Apathy, don't worry about it. I am plagued by the new AI systems. Autocorrect is no longer autocorrect. It's now autocomplete, and it is messing me up. You would not believe. Like, I go to type something, it tries to guess like 4 or 5 words ahead of me, and then just leaves gibberish. I'm so sick of it. Anyway, I'm totally feeling you, Tetrarch.
Hello, computer.
Hello,
right?
computer.
Hello, computer.
How quaint.
It's a fun show, and he's just terrific. So there you go.
Yeah, he owns that role. That's for sure.
Since it's getting up there, do you want to put up the Trek comic till next week?
It's 1
we
o'clock.
Probably should, because it's a school night.
Yeah, let's do that. We'll just
Can we just show the panel of the cute Romulan though? Just kidding.
She's gorgeous. Are you talking about this
comic book?
She is absolutely gorgeous, and I love the fact that she has long hair, because of course I have waist length. Well, it's a little bit longer than my waist, but super thick red strawberry blonde hair. And I have always wanted the ladies in Star Trek to let their hair down and to have long hair, and so I love that part of this. Comic this week.
I figured we would spend extra time because it was a season premiere. I mean, preview, finale for that.
That's okay.
But if Mark wants to show something while he's doing that,
no, we'll just do. This is a teaser for next week, so there you go.
But
yeah, like I want to cosplay that. No, put it back up.
Hang on, I don't know. He was putting something up.
Oh, just sorry. Yeah,
sorry, you guys. I didn't realize you were both putting something up at the same time. Sorry, guys. Will you please look at her? Tell me that isn't just sexy and beautiful, and you like all the ladies want to cosplay this. I want to cosplay this. You can't get that fabric though. That fabric is really expensive now. But look at how gorgeous she is.
Oh yeah, and she's
by your command. I will study her intently. I will not disobey orders.
Minimusness.
Right? She's gorgeous.
Yepper.
Anyway, so that's that. Sorry about that, Club.
No. What's that? Where were I? Oh, I was going to show you. Someone mentioned some Kolchak comic books. And so I thought that would be cool to look at real quick.
Nice.
Yeah, this is the Moonstone issues.
Yeah, these would have scared the crap out of me as a kid.
These were from like the 90s or something.
Oh
no, for 2010. This is one of the newer ones. Okay.
Oh my goodness, these are super new.
Look, 2010. Yet all those you're still people making comic books about a show that lasted 20-something episodes. That'll tell you.
So, sweetheart, then the books were all that existed first, right?
Oh yeah, the books. Yeah, there were the books that came out later.
Not comics.
There was. Yeah, I don't think there were any comics till the Moonstone was, unless they did a Gold Key one.
Lisa.
Hey, Lisa. Let's see. There's also
I told my husband about Bat in the Cave, and he laughed hysterically. And neither one of us had ever heard that saying before. And oh my goodness, I cried laughing with Lisa and the last Saturday night Star Trek when she said Bat in the Cave about Cass. My God. Oh, I cried laughing.
What does that
Pardon?
mean, bat in a cave?
It
I'm
means
missing
that you have a Klingon in your nose,
Oh.
right? You need to blow your
Oh
nose.
God.
But Lisa was like, well, I was like, Tess has a Klingon in her nose. And Lisa's in the chat. She goes, bat in the cave. No, she goes, whoops, bat in the cave, bat in the cave. And I saw it, and oh my God, I almost didn't recover. Like, I was laughing so hard. I had to mute my microphone, and tears were just rolling down my cheeks. And then I told my husband the joke later, and he laughed as hard as I did. It was hysterical. And now Lisa is responsible for me saying, bat in the cave, bat in the cave. Lisa. Anyhow, it's funny.
Yep. By the way, no, Minimus, these Kolchak gold keys are fakes.
Oh, they're fake.
Yes.
Oh.
These were made
It's
up.
a fake.
See, somebody
was that the
Kolchak with leather face?
Trilogy
Kolchak
of
with
Terror or so?
Barnabas Collins, yeah, Kolchak. Somebody made these for like
That's for
shirts and
Dad
stuff.
Man. Oh, that's
Yeah.
for Dad Man.
Made up, yeah, that's pretty funny.
That's the Dad Man. Somebody grab that.
Yeah.
You have to grab that. Go grab that, Mark, for Dad Man.
I'll send it to Dad Man. I'll send it to
Please,
him.
will you send that to him, Clubby? That's a great find.
It's just I've seen these before. They're just like Redbubble or Esty or some people making like joke cover other covers.
Clubby, that's terrific. That's hysterical. Dad Man's gonna laugh.
Speaking of boobage, one sci-fi con, Cassandra, was cosplaying the black dancing dress from Legend. I was an info cop from Brazil, and Normie tried dropping eyeballs in her cleat. Whoa. Tried dropping them. Oh, no.
Ooh.
Not good. But
Did you arrest him?
Remember when Kolchak met Batman?
Oh, that was a great episode. I love that. Yeah.
Remember that comic? That didn't happen.
Yeah, it
that was
awesome.
But my buddy Ralph.
Details of it.
My buddy Ross Pearsall made this.
Oh, the Super Team Family ones.
Yeah, Super Family blog. Yeah, I thought it was pretty cool.
Yeah, you did a nice show on that one.
Really cool.
Those comics.
Yeah.
I actually ended up printing a bunch of those on my
cosplayer.
Oh, nice.
Oh, that's amazing. If I saw
Got the
him at a
camera.
con, oh my goodness, I would take 1 million pictures with him.
There was a Kolchak cosplayer at Dragon Con one year, and I walked up to him and started talking to him about it. He says, "You're the only one that know I was cosplaying Kolchak. Look, a couple people doing it."
Oh, that's a good one. Look at that.
He was like, "Yeah, it was Dragon Con. It's a big costume con, but nobody got it." But they did this was a couple of years back, I guess, 50th anniversary. Oh, the 50th anniversary is this year, I think, huh? Somebody's doing some kind of oh, look, there we go. I think that's the crowdfunding he was talking about. The graphic novel has a bunch of stories, throwback stories for the 50th anniversary, which would be last year, I think.
Wow.
Last year? That's pretty cool. But in the 90s, they did Moonstone Comics, did some comics and stuff.
Cool.
That's a great theme.
Well, guys, I got
one.
out.
Oh, yeah, I got one thing to show you might like.
Okay.
I'm sorry to do that, but
No, that's okay.
I'll
It's
be
just
quick,
I have to go at 11 because
I know it's getting
school
late.
night.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's getting late. It's getting late. But I did get a couple of fun things on my journeys, but I'll go. And one of them is a Star Trek item that's new, so yeah, it doesn't count. But I got who remembers Underdog?
Underdog is here. Love it.
I didn't like Underdog when I was young.
I love Underdog.
So I got a cool old Pepsi glass.
Roar
I
of
wasn't into him.
thunder.
I liked Snagglepuss.
Oh, come on, Underdog rules.
I liked Snagglepuss and I liked the Pink Panther. I liked Pink Cats. I was a typical girl.
Wow.
What do you want?
I do love those.
I love Underdog.
Love it. So that's cool.
Was
Is
it
it
good?
cheap? Is that expensive?
It was 20 smack rolls. Probably overpaid for it, but Underdog is one of my all-time favorites. So it's a Pepsi
Love it.
collector series, and they had a couple other ones there. What I should have done is asked to buy Shoe Shine Boy. You always say, if I get 2 of them, will you give drop the price? And then I went to a toy store, but it was one of those mostly educational toy stores, unfortunately, with all kinds of educational stuff. But they did have these cool little Marvel Comics dude. So, and I can hang them from, use for a keychain, or I thought they were cute. So, you can never have too many little guys like that. And then I grabbed. Let me take this out of the shiny
Swiss Family.
Shiny
Swiss
back.
Family Robinson.
Yeah, I got that
Nice.
too. Yep. So I just love the artwork on this, and my dad loved Disney and Goofy. Goofy was so
Cool.
that was his favorite character. So whenever I see something Goofy, I always ask him if he's going to give me some extra money so I can buy this. But this was all cheap. This is $5. But I figure I'm going to frame it and put it up. I don't even know what the heck this is. Well, I have no idea what songs. I could care less. But I just like the artwork. So it was in the antique store, and they had a ton of old record. Looks like it's in pretty good.
Oh,
Very
that
good shape,
record's
actually.
in great shape.
Great
That's
shape.
terrific shape. Yeah, yeah.
Disney,
Yeah.
Disneyland, yeah. Nice. Yep. Have to show that to Lorena or Culture. So I got that, and of course, being Swiss, I saw this on the rack in the box. I said,
Yeah,
"Oh,
this is nice.
I got a
Yeah.
little damage there, but
Is
it'll
this
do
the
nicely framed."
story?
Story of narrated,
Narrated, yeah.
adapted. So
Yeah.
I guess it's not music. It's actually
It's just we used to get those all the time. Those records that have story readings.
yeah.
Yeah. They were terrific.
Oh, here's the cover. Here's the cover. This is the better side. Yeah, here we go. And someone wrote on this, but I figure I can try to airbrush it or try to paint it.
What did they write on
touch
it? I
it up.
can't see. What does it say?
It's like just a scribble here. It's just
Oh,
a pen. I can
it
try to
doesn't
erase
show
it.
up on my. It doesn't show up.
Yeah,
on
it's not
this
going to
end
show
for
up
me.
on the TV. And then there's a scratch here. It just
I can
adds to
see the
character.
scratch, but nothing else. And this is
Yeah.
really cool. So, are you going to listen to this?
Well, I don't have my record player set up anymore, but I guess
Oh
I
my
should.
goodness! How do you not have a record player? What's wrong with you? Are you broken?
Well, it's not set up. It's because I have everything in the basement. It's put away because
I
it just
know,
takes up
but
too
you got
much
to get
room.
out your
'Cause-
record player. Look at the
Yeah,
condition of this record.
but I had to fit the Batmobile somewhere, so I put the record player where and had the
Oh, wow.
Batmobile.
You need to listen to this, Mark.
Yeah, the story. Oh, so narrated. Oh, that's cool. Or sometimes you can actually Google it or check on the YouTubes, and sometimes people have made those Peter Pan, Star Trek records, and
Right?
you can actually find them. The audio, like some of those Star Trek records that I had. I found the audio, but I really love the artwork on that cover.
Nothing
and
sounds
the
like
other one.
vinyl. Nothing cracks and pops like vinyl.
Yeah,
Vinyl is the ultimate, buddy. It's the ultimate.
got the warmth.
Mhm.
And I got a few more things, but we'll save that for Sunday night. But I know this is going to be kind of tough to show, but
So you had a Star Trek thing.
I do, yeah.
Uh-oh.
What did
let me
you
go to the
get?
front. I had to hide this in my room so no one could see this. So sorry about this.
I love the song by Cab Calloway, Minnie the Moocher, Professor R2. It's one of my favorite songs of all time. Minnie the Moocher by Cab Calloway. And it's just turn that on and turn it up really loud. And it's one of my faves anyway.
Oh yeah.
And the Blues Brothers, that's a great
yeah, that's a great
version,
Blues Brothers.
So I don't know if anyone can see. I'm just trying to get this to go so you guys can see
That's
this.
gorgeous. This is
Playmobil.
Playmobil, right?
Yeah, so it's going to go with the Enterprise, except I'll have to put this up at work, I think.
When did you get that?
I got this today in the mail.
Oh.
So am I going to have to send you some more tribbles?
Sure. Yeah. Well, were there tribbles in this one? Playmobil's taken this off their website, both the Enterprise. So I think they're discontinued. Last I looked, there were 5 left on Amazon, and I think I got this from a third-party seller. So it had a nice discount to it.
Last time you bought one of these, though, the box was like completely destroyed. How'd you make out this time?
Bad. There's a little wear and tear here on the edges, but I'm not a crazy box person. Although I do.
No, you're not, because you take it out of the box and
take it out. But I do hate to have a destroyed box. But yeah, there is some wear on the top edge there, and but what are you gonna do, right?
But it's still minimal for.
Yeah, it's minimal.
Have you
And
seen
of
the
course-
videos? Have you seen the videos of the way that they throw our packages around like they're garbage?
Oh yeah, they just
I've delivered to many to like FedEx and UPS inside their facilities many times years ago and saw how they handle packages.
Yeah, it's just ridiculous.
And
It's
the
like,
mail and the post office too. Yeah.
yeah,
And if you put
like you can't even
Fragile on
order
it,
books.
do they throw it? Do they
They
do
don't
it
give
worse?
a crap.
No,
Yeah.
no.
I wonder if it's
that's
worse
what-
that we're
Gilly.
debating, like, is it worse to put Fragile on your packages than they
Yeah,
throw them
yeah,
around
yeah.
more?
It's like challenge accepted,
Yeah.
right?
So
Pocket for Gilly.
let me open this. Let me just see if I can just peek on the inside here. Get a bigger room. So I get the camera farther away, but here. This is going to open. Let's see.
Bum, 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 bum,
JT
bum, bum.
Cook, he is Kirok.
JT, what's up, bro?
For real, legally in Michigan.
Kirok. The Kirok.
Once you cross over the Michigan border,
Yeah.
do not call
Yeah.
him anything but Kirok.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Official name change. Yep. There we go.
Yes, sir.
So yeah, so I guess if you want to get this, get it now before it's totally gone. Retroblasting did a nice review of this. Well, the Enterprise he got, like I have, and yeah, they really should have done the Reliant next or the D7. I guess they thought this would be more popular in terms of being, that really
The space
successful
station would have
movie.
been nice.
The space station, but yeah, or the Reliant. The D, got to do the D7.
Mm-hmm.
So this,
Yep.
this is pretty. Can you guys see that? Yeah, this is pretty big. Oh, and you look, you got Club. You got to do a cruise for us.
Moats. Chew. Bach. Bach. Say the wrong thing, Porg. There are 2 more prisoners, Admiral. But them killed 2. Oh, tricks, Kirk. There you go.
I wonder if this one hooks up to the iPad.
He did
Yeah,
that so well.
Enterprise.
I'm wondering why I didn't get beamed up.
Oh, I forgot.
Yeah.
I said it wrong.
Joey, Joe.
Chew. Waka Trump, Waka Juice. Shut on it. Take it easy there, Michael Bacon. Thank you for being here, buddy. Appreciate
Michael
it as
Beacon's
always.
leaving. Yeah, I have to
Oh,
jet as well.
yeah.
Want to see Raiders
I love
on the
all you
big
guys
screen?
very much. And thank you for your company tonight, Larry,
All
JT
right,
Kirk,
number 1.
Michael Beacom, Ezra Goldstein, Lisa, Mars Monkey Max, just everyone who is here tonight. Thank you for your company. I love you all so much. And the book is almost ready. I'm in
Yes.
full production of the book right now.
Nice.
And I'll have a big announcement. And as usual, you all know that I'll only be doing that. Well, not only, but I'll be doing it first on Clobbering Times. I love you all so
Right.
much. Good night, everyone.
Love
Good night,
you.
Raquel.
Take it easy. We'll see you Saturday.
Oh yeah, there's a hole in that.
All
box.
right,
Oh, what are you
everybody.
gonna do? All right, let me put this away, and yeah, we'll do a formal unboxing and
Yeah.
review of this eventually. Yep, but
You got to put it all
I
together.
used some. See, when you do some volunteer work, they gave me some gift cards. Like,
Really?
should I buy something practical and useful with my gift card to Amazon, or should I buy the Klingon bird of prey? That's you always wait for these things too. And I always want, thinking about getting this. And then once it disappears, you're like, that's it. You can't, you miss that chance to buy something. Then you're in big, if you really wanted to get it, you're in trouble. So
Big trouble.
big trouble in
Well, very
little
cool, dude.
China. So I enabled myself and I grabbed
Way to
it.
do it.
So
Well, that's
So-
cool stuff.
wait for the review, but we'll do
I'll-
a review. Yep, yep.
Absolutely.
We'll
Shit, yeah.
pop onto that together. Yep.
You got it, buddy. Well, that's
On
cool
the
stuff.
list, yep.
Thanks for that, of course.
Thank you. Yep, yep.
Well, everybody, we're going to start moseying on out of here. But I want to thank everybody for being here with us tonight. Of course, the great chief engineer himself for showing us that stuff. And of course, our wonderful first officer, Commander R.M. Briggs, and all of you. So let's see. You got anything to announce before we get moving?
Well, we'll be doing, of course, as you mentioned, thank you, the clubhouse Sunday Night Geeker on Sunday night, and yeah, looking forward to hanging out with everyone on this Saturday night. And yeah, there will be some food. So there was some good dinners at graduation. No clams were harmed during my my journey. I almost got fried oysters one night, but I didn't. But yeah, it'll be fun, and show you some of the other stuff. And there were a lot of comic books at that antique store. Unfortunately, a lot of Star Trek comics, but they were all over. Most of them are all really overpriced, unfortunately. So, which is a shame. But very cool store to, antique stores are just so much fun. Books and cameras and all kinds of stuff. So we'll do a deep dive into the store on Sunday night. So. But yeah, thanks for having me. It's great to be back. And and the Rangers won, sports pucking time. So the Rangers finally won after they won the first 3, lost 2, and then finally were able to. They came from behind tonight, so it was a nice. If you're a Ranger fan out there, we had some Rangers fans during the watch party, and yeah, it was.
Okay.
It was a
watch party. Cool.
I mean, during
the Rangers
during the watch during the Blake 7 watch party, the game was on. And
well, congrats. They won their playoff game or something?
They won their playoff game, yeah.
Playoff games. Cool. Go Red Wings, says JT. Wow, look at that. Star Wars things. So, well, everybody, I want to thank you all for being here with us tonight. Some show notes and shout outs. Let's see. Tomorrow night on J-Man's channel, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, 7 Eastern. J-Man and Sean and myself will continue Fantastic Fridays. We're reviewing, of course, Jack King Kirby's legendary run on the world's greatest comic magazine, Fantastic Four 1 through 102, annuals 1 through 6, 4 issues tomorrow night, which issue numbers of which elude me for the moment. I can't bloody remember what issues we got next, but we have issues, all right, that's for sure. We can do 4 a week. And tomorrow night it's I wanted to just look at it and figure it out. Let's see. Yes, tomorrow night, Fantastic Four 21 through 23, annual 1, and then 21 through 23. So that's what we got tomorrow night. So, and of course, later after that, I'll be hanging out with the great 32 Playbus of Nick Weiser, my buddy Nick, and the Friday Night Comic Shop boys. The great D-Bud Martin joins us. We're reviewing some classic Romita issues of Amazing Spider-Man, I believe 49 through 52, if I'm getting that right. And we've been having a lot of fun doing that. And so, yowzer, I better get my reviewing done. I got I got 8 comics to read before tomorrow. I didn't realize I forgot. I almost forgot. Wowzer.
Oh,
anyway, oh man, I got 4. Yeah. So anyway, then of course there's a Saturday night Star Trek, same Trek time, same Clubby channel, 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. Only 2 episodes of Voyager this week because it is the season 6 finale, best and worst. Hope I have a little bit of a wrap party for that. And again, the aforementioned geekery, End Your Weekend Geek on the great Mark D with a C, the great Chief Engineers channel, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. He'll make you some hungriness too by doing some showing some food, no doubt.
Yeah.
And then Monday,
I was saying not responsible for extra calories.
Monday, we'll be back on J-Man's channel again with our continuing our Legion of Superheroes reviews. Oh man, getting to my sweet spot era of Legion 2, Bates, Cock, Romero, love it. So, and then of course the usual spate of shows throughout the course of the week. Shouting out our great wrenches, of course. That's Eric K, Chris Persia, David Martin, Lord Thoth, J-Man, Max Redstone, Fanty Outsidey, Larry, Matty Steady, Cal L. And thank all of you for being here with us tonight. It is much appreciated. Join us next week for the Clubhouse. But of course, I'll be here 4 other times other than that. Mondays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays, all 9 p.m. Central. All comics, geekness, specific geekness, other, wild geekness, Star Trek, you name it, we geek it. So thank you all. And my friends, clobber on and have a fantastic weekend. Well, good night.
You have to set an example even in the face of stupidity. Now, everybody that reads comic books knows that Kirby's Silver Surfer is the only true Silver Surfer.
I just love clobbering time.